No.
I have a turn order blanked out. I think we'll get rid of that.
What session is this? What number?
43 million. This is 9, I think.
No, I think it was 8. Or was last time 8?
Was it 8? This is 9.
Time's written down.
8 and or 9.
This is 9.
Okay.
Awesome.
This
Okay.
is 9.
9.
9.
9.
Exactly. This is 9.
Yeah, last one was 8. Yeah.
Wow.
Because 7 was the one I kept falling off for Lightning Storm.
Yeah. The turn order on the recording machine is empty.
Yeah. That's because
but
you switched maps, Hal.
yes, I did. I'm back on the thingy map. Okay, let me clear it out on my actual computer so I can add it back again. Okay, we're good.
Girls.
Night, nieces.
Night, nieces.
Right.
Herb, are you snortering under there? She's definitely better, just saying. She's being a little
Oh, yeah,
monster.
she's better.
She's being a monster. Monster.
So Dungeon Master, do you wish to catch up the listeners to...
Dungeon Master. Are you calling me Dungeon Master now?
Yes.
Are you okay, Heather?
Yeah,
did something
my
jump out in
cat
front of
brought
you?
in an insect.
Oh, nice.
What happened?
I think she brought in a cicada or something.
What? What happened?
It,
She just
it
flinched.
bounced off my chest, went onto my desk, and like, meh, and it flew that way.
I guess we'll be playing that back in slow-mo to see if it worked.
It was kind of... No one was seeing it. I thought I was the only one that could see it.
Cicadas.
That's how I react to bugs.
There's a lot of big bugs. Texas has a lot of big bugs.
Yeah.
Stupid bugs.
It was this big, I swear.
We're getting killed by mosquitoes down here right now.
I believe it.
Well, we've got some down our side. We have some registered cases of West Nile, as well as chikungunya, neither of which I want to catch.
We're probably going to have snow tonight.
Should have Lockhart.
Our AC broke the other day. We had
Yeah, it did.
AC for all of an hour and a half until I managed to get somebody from our estate interested, and then Hal called and came around 10 minutes later and fixed it 20 minutes later.
It was it was like the fucking apocalypse, Lockhart. It was like 9,000 degrees. Like
Hal was like freaking out, and I was like, dude, it's only been off like an hour.
Don't work well in the heat, you know that.
Apparently the great AC apocalypse of 2014.
It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. It looks like our unit's going to need replacing at some point, which is great, because they're not cheap.
Nope.
Not cheap.
Apparently,
But they kind of
The
needed.
90s where it was.
Nope.
capacity for our house.
They never are.
Yeah, it's just underneath, which is why it's always working so hard to keep the house cool.
Yeah.
Do you want to catch the listeners up on what's been going on in the world of
Because
Flan Divers?
can we do hit points? Divvying up.
Yeah, do hit points first.
Alright.
So, who's taking a roll and who is going with the average?
Can I decide after I've rolled?
No.
No. You can decide and then roll.
What is it? Is it D20 plus something?
D8 plus your
D8.
con for you,
D8.
50%. So you can either do... Are you rolling it?
No, I'm thinking about which would be better. So
Well-
the minimum for if I roll is
1 plus
3,
Your
so
con.
4.
So
So
4.
4. The minimum if you choose to go with the 5 is 8.
Yeah.
And the maximum.
Maximum potential is 11. So you go 4 to 11 on a roll or just a straight 8. Technically the 5 is 0.5 better than average.
And it's a D what?
D8.
8.
Okay. I'm gonna try and roll it.
Oh, brave.
It's gonna suck.
Brave.
Yeah. Oh.
Roll the
I ro-
3.
I'll go with
Like
the
the-
average because I rolled a 1 last time.
Yeah, you did.
I've even written on my character sheet that I was gonna do the average thing.
Now you've decided on the average, would you like to roll and see what you could have got?
Sure.
Evil man.
Now it will spite me. Eh.
Oh!
It's the average.
You got the average.
I want to change my mind now.
Oh.
I will be taking the average.
Irish takes the average. Heather, what are you doing?
I took the liberty to do the average thing. I'm up to
Averaging.
18 now.
Woo! Lockhart, you took the average because you're an accountant.
I think last time when people rolled for it, nobody succeeded in their roll.
I think everyone got 1s or 2s.
Yeah, everybody got lower than the average because the dice roller hits everyone.
So that puts me to 29 hit points.
I'm pretty sure if
Wow.
Skynet was ever to come from anywhere, it's going to be this dice roller because it clearly hits all humans.
And isn't it like powered by lasers or something? Clearly
Yeah,
that's...
we're getting there. You know, it's going to get there. It's going to start making them into guns and shooting us all. And
No, I've been informed by Skynet that Skynet's a myth.
oh, very good. That's good.
Skynet doesn't want to play.
Skynet's not playing tonight. No, apparently the dice roller is the randomness comes from the way laser light splits when it hits a prism or something, which is kind of crazy. There's like a random generator connected to some lasers that release allegedly random numbers.
It's all pseudo-random if it's from a computer.
Well, that's the problem. It is kind of pseudo-random. So, who would like to be caught? Who would like to catch us up with where we were after last session?
Let's see. I believe we picked up a goblin
We did.
last time.
Numbers to change.
Droop.
Droop. He was like beaten half to death, and we decided to take him on as a ward or something.
Sneak attack.
Well, I think
Guybrush did.
I have a goblin.
Guybrush took him along as a minion or torchbearer or something.
Torchbearer.
Possible party member.
And if he screws up, it's going to be a fuck member. So
I'm thinking, like, we could have another party member. We could have an NPC goblin.
He wants a pet.
We kind of do, it just doesn't have levels, probably.
Well, that's the distinction you're making, isn't it? You either take him on as an NPC, or you take him on as essentially a lackey.
Well, he is an NPC because you run him.
You know what I mean? He's either an active NPC, as in he's a party member, or he's a lackey.
I think after that difficulty first level, we've actually kind of hit our stride pretty well here.
Mm-hmm.
I think our 5-person party is doing pretty well on its own, but if Guybrush wants a boot polisher or whatever, that's fine.
It would be good to see how it works in the new system anyway.
Oh, I'm sorry. You want me to just leave him to be a lackey and just do our bidding? That sounds pretty tyrannical.
Would that be a XP leech, though?
Well, it depends. If you want him to actually be useful in a fight or in what have you, then yes, he'll get his share of experience, and I'll give him a first level class.
We've all been able to have them in different games, so
Yeah, but it's a goblin.
goblins before.
that seems very infatuated with guys. So.
But I'm a
I mean,
dwarf.
I hear you are.
And I'm an elf. Whatever.
But I was talking to Hal about it, and Hal says he would be willing to give us more things to fight.
If you wanted, I can increase the difficulty of the combats in order to balance off the fact that you have an XP leech.
As long as it's just bugbears. You can throw in all the extra bugbears.
It would essentially be adding monsters of whatever type it is to balance off the experience.
How about we do
But
it
you
on
could go from a 5 character party to a 6 character party technically, if you took him on as an actual NPC party member, as opposed to an NPC lackey, torchbearer, carrying monkey. Either way, I have no strong preference either way. If he's staying with the party, he's staying with the party. He'll just be quieter if he's not a party member.
I think we should test it out, and if we find that it doesn't work out, we can leave him somewhere.
You do know that's more of Hal doing that voice.
Yep.
As long as he's not doing Neil, I'm fine.
Yeah, can't we get the Nothic as a party member?
No!
Yes! Can we, Hal?
He'd be super hardcore. He's like a challenge rating 2 creature, so yeah, but you could get him. He might not have party level, character levels, but yeah, you could get a Nothic if you persuaded him.
No!
Just have like a giant party filled with crazy creatures we meet along the way.
Sounds like the world's
so
largest
violated.
dungeon.
No.
Burns, what did the world's largest dungeon have?
By the end, I have no idea. I can't even remember.
It had you had a kobold sorcerer. You killed a bugbear. You had bunches of stuff that followed you around for some periods of time.
I do not fully remember.
Lindsay had a lot of pets, as I recall.
Where was my snake? Was that in?
Yeah, that was World's
Yes.
Largest Dungeon.
Yeah.
It was one of the first things. This, so it just hung out with you.
That's
That's
funny.
kinda
I like
neat.
that. Woot
And then it
was-
basically stopped Steve from using any summoning magic from that point forward,
It did.
because nothing could ever leave, so he was just trapping stuff there.
Alright, so what would the party like to do with Droop the Goblin?
Droop. That's not a very nice name.
I'd hit him with a
Well,
hammer.
You'll get a...
I think officially the majority weren't too keen and were basically letting Guybrush take responsibility for him.
Well,
If you're talking about the out of character letting him be an NPC or not, well, in general, I'm slightly against it because we have a nice 5-person party. If the majority is there, I think it's fine.
well, he's coming with us regardless.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not
Okay.
saying that.
He'll at least absorb a couple arrows.
Well, that's the thing. If he's just like a monkey, he's just going to kind of fade into the background in combat. He'll probably run and hide.
I think the party is big enough to both handle combat and already a good majority of the encounters and role playing.
Yeah,
I think that it's fine to see how... We're supposed to be testing out the system, though, aren't we? And seeing what it's like to play.
Somewhat. That's a pretty big deviation because I don't think there's even rules for goblins as a class or a race yet.
There aren't. I just take a basic goblin and cobble a class on top of it.
Yeah.
but it would allow us to use one of the classes that were not in the basic starter.
True. He could be a goblin
Paladin.
warlock, because they're not creepy at all.
Nope.
That's better than a druid.
One morning, Drew comes up. I was visited by a devil last night, and I made a pact with him, and now I shoot magic from my hands.
Ah! This thing with
No.
this thing with tentacles came and talked to me. It was amazing. Yes.
I'm not sure about it.
Or a monk.
Take it and...
Yeah, a monk. Well, monks are dex based at least. At least he gets a bonus to that stat.
Maybe he's a barbarian. Guybrush passes on his insane rage's ability to the goblin.
That's fun. He's been flat out oppressed for so long. He's just the final straw has been broken.
How tall are goblins? Like 3 foot nothing?
Yeah, they're pretty small, but they can be angry. He could be a barbarian.
Well, yeah, I've seen the pictures. They're all teeth.
Barbarian.
Oh, that reminds me. Darling, should I post the goblin thing that I drew for you on the site? You think?
You can.
I could. I'm gonna do that.
So y'all let me know what you decide.
Well, I think I'm fine either way, but my vote is kind of a nay, so to speak, just because I think our party's big enough.
I don't know if we'd be testing out much more of the rules unless he was something very ungoblin-y.
Oh, he could be anything, right? Happy for that.
We could make him a ranger.
Oh no.
A goblin ranger.
I could go either way, but don't expect my character to like it.
Thing is abstaining.
Well, things happy either side. So yeah, I guess
So it's essentially a neutral vote then.
yes.
Yeah.
Heather, Lindsay.
I think that if somebody wants to bring in an NPC for their character to interact with, we've all done it before, so... But I don't really mind. I don't know whether it will make too much of a difference to the game, other than making...
He would also only be level 1 to start with, just as an aside.
So was that a yes?
And do we wish to increase the difficulty of the game?
Well, let's see where the vote falls.
Slow our
What do you want him to
progression.
do?
Well,
Would you wait until till we were a bit better and do it, maybe?
That's not going to fly. You want him from the beginning, or he's going to be one way or the other for the whole thing. Can't have him as a monkey and then all of a sudden have him learn levels.
Flying monkey.
Well, the overarching verdict seems to be no, so
Alright.
maybe next time.
Well,
Maybe when
what did you? Hang on. We had an abstain, a no, 2 yeses, and then Heather's decision.
I say bring them along for now.
Well, no, the decision is Is he a monkey or is he a player character? Is he a party
I see.
member?
Regardless of the vote, the goblin is coming with us.
It's what role he takes.
Well, considering his attitude towards Guybrush, he sounds like indebted servitude to me.
That sounds like a vote for monkey.
That sounds like a vote for lackey. So currently we now have 2 for lackey, 2 for party member, 1 abstinence.
I think
Abstention.
that way too much
Excuse me,
time.
not abstinence. Eh?
We're wasting way too much time on this, so let's just say no for now.
Okay. So Lindsay has switched to lackey. That is 3 votes for lackey.
My interest is in moving the game forward. So maybe another time. Ooh.
Ooh,
Wow,
he's not pleasant, is he?
I just googled a picture for a goblin.
He's not unpleasant. We don't know that's what he looks like, okay? That is stereotyping.
Well, Hal just put the name to the picture, so that's
I
kind of
just
supposed to.
found a picture. I like the
What a
picture
lovely
more than
nose.
anything else. That picture I searched inside the thing. It's apparently from David Raposart, deviantart.com. It came back as in a search on portrait when I looked for a goblin.
Don't let him take down his cloak hood and keep him on a short leash.
You might want to think about getting him a mask.
No. If someone has a problem with my goblin, they can talk to me about it.
Like 5-foot leash.
I was going to say a leash might be more appropriate. It shows who it belongs to.
Exactly.
Now we're getting into slavery.
A real
It's not slavery if he's willing.
You know, some of us are against tyrants.
And I'm
I
never
thought
going to be
you were
able
the
to sleep
same way,
again.
Roderick.
Again, if he's up for it,
Tyrants
I'm
be
sure he's
taken
up for anything that would protect random town people from killing him.
I'll protect random town people from killing them.
Okay, he's coming along. He is being whatever Nick wants him to be, and that's it.
He's following along behind Nick.
Yes.
So,
Nick, you're fully responsible for him. You have to clean up after him.
We
Need everything.
Feed him, clothe him.
so we have our procession that we take to the town master's hall.
Yes.
Some of them awake, some of them perhaps unconscious and slung over shoulders. And I think we have a talk with Sildar, as one of them is his quote-unquote friend.
Yep.
have we sold everything yet?
No, you just walked back into town, basically.
Yeah, though I think if there's no objections, then Hal, that email amount is fine.
Seems fine. How much was it?
It was
2,300,000.
522 gold and 5 silver.
And that's selling most of the objet d'art that you found.
Yes.
And
There's also a small armory amount of stuff that will also be dropping off at the town master's hall.
you're starting to equip a militia, basically.
Essentially letting Sildar equip himself, and if he has, well, we can roleplay it if you want.
I'm happy to, but the people seem to be keen to kind of rustle through the kind of bookwork, so...
Well, no, we're just if we.
Well, the selling is the bookwork. This is
doing all of this.
Yes, okay, yeah, you're right. You drop off kind of between Barthen's provisions and the Miners' Exchange and the Lion Shield Costa. You can dump most of all of the equipment for the value you stated.
Hey, the merchants are not ripping us off too badly yet.
Well, no, they think you're okay because you dealt with the red brands. So that's all good.
Hell, we're going to get a 5-foot parade.
A 5-foot parade. Yay.
Well, with the length of the town, that's about as long as the parade
Well,
goes.
the town's not very big, it's very true. But maybe one day on a big parade.
So, Sildar, we've taken down the red brands, and this is our leader. Does he look familiar?
Not our leader.
Their leader.
Yes, it is Iano. I had my suspicions after I got here and talked to some people. It is unfortunate.
We've also taken a liberty of relieving them of some of their weapons and armor. Perhaps you can use these to find some good, strong lads in town, or any ex-military people to help put together some deputies or a little militia for the town.
I have already started recruiting some of the, well, I guess the potential miners and pulling them away a little bit for town duties, and deputizing a little and getting a militia started. This equipment is much appreciated. Thank you.
Hmm.
We're so
The
used to
town needs to keep itself safe.
Hmm. I believe I offered you a reward for dealing with the threat of the Red Brands.
Yes.
Yes.
I do enjoy rewards.
Yeah. He wanders into a back room and comes out with a purse which he hands to you. I believe this was the agreed amount.
I don't think that goes with your outfit,
It's a man bag.
Roderick.
That's why he's giving it to you.
Ooh.
Because it matches your shoes and lipstick.
And it goes with your eyes.
It's a matching. I mean, he's got like green lipstick.
Or he's eaten some fungus he shouldn't have
And
done.
YouTube cringed.
I
Inside
think
the
Warhammer-wielding dwarves can wear whatever lipstick they want.
because it's under their beards.
Just tie it on as a sporin.
Oh, Sildar has given you 200 gold pieces.
200 gold. Woo. Okay.
All right, we'll drink well tonight.
So, I suppose we mentioned to him, point out the one mute bandit, say that he did surrender, and did he give us a little bit of information? I can't recall.
Being mute.
Being mute, yeah.
I think it was more kind of a bit of a... No, I think he just sat there and gave up, basically. His life's shitty enough without you guys killing him.
That's fair.
We'll
didn't capture
mention
him.
that he did give up, and he might therefore show signs of being of rehabilitation.
He's nodding.
Do we entrust Sildar then with his little package of coins or whatnot, or?
Up to you. It's technically his stuff. You could find him as the sheriff the next time you pass through.
That doesn't sound right.
I think
He was
perhaps,
just misguided.
perhaps we'll give the purse to Sildar in case he's given his freedom. Otherwise, it could be another donation to the town. If not,
Sildar nods and puts it away and looks at the guy and says, "We will have a long discussion." Well, I will do most of the talking, and I suspect he will do a lot of listening, and we will see what kind of accord we can reach.
all right. So yes, do we all go to the bar and have a well-deserved drink and supper?
Oh boy, yes.
Ale and whores.
Ale and halls.
But let's not kill horse, no.
That was halls, not horse, right?
Okay.
Right.
You're not the boss of what I stick my dick in.
No, that's Gary.
That's Gary. Yeah, Gary doesn't want. No, don't bugger the mouse.
I'm not gonna have sex with the mouse.
That's why he's terrified, isn't it?
That
You
would say more about you than it would about
you
anybody else.
shut your mouth about Gary the mouse.
Show us on the doll, Gary. Show us on the doll.
He's my friend.
And I barely felt it.
Oh God, no!
And then he touched the side.
Bad! Bad thing!
Nice. Things back on form, I see.
Yay.
That's funny.
Eat a giant pile of dicks.
It must be his sinus infection. It's making him go waffly. There's a cat on you, Heather.
Yes, I know.
What's the cat's name?
Inspector.
Your cat's called Inspector.
Inspector, yep.
That's
Oh, I thought for a second you said Phil Spector. I was like,
Inspector. It's Phil Spector the cat.
Like
Because
Inspector
she's-
FaceTime?
Inspector Gadget.
all right, so
So,
She's nosy, that's why she's inspector.
How weird.
So Lockhart, yes.
as the party has their supper, I imagine we will split the nice pile of gold we have amongst us,
Sounds like a plan.
coins, and the sum everyone should receive will be 221 gold pieces, 3 silver, and 7 copper.
That's not bad.
Some currency exchanging going on there to ease it all. But
Can you repeat that for me, please?
yes, 221 gold,
is that counting the amount we just got?
Yes, that's all the gold we got from the loot, the sale of loot, and the reward.
Okay.
No Electrum?
Technically, it's in there, but
Lockhart hates Electrum.
221 gold,
3 silver,
3 silver,
7 copper.
7 copper. Thank you.
Why is that not editable?
How much copper?
Is anybody using the character sheet I turned on, by the way?
Yes.
No, because I have not noticed it. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I turned the character sheet on and sent an email telling you guys that I turned the character sheets on.
I didn't get one, did I?
Yes.
I haven't.
Should
My
have done.
laptop's been crazy this past week.
Mr. Roderick is using the character sheet. Oh, there it is,
yeah.
character sheet. Oh, it's pretty. It's got like buttons and everything. Oh, he's filled it in and everything. Look at that. Pretty.
So are we all at the inn?
You're all at the inn, yes.
And what time of day is it?
I'm going to guess Lockhart assumed it was evening because you'd sold a lot of stuff and had discussions with things and
It's
you're
all
winding
miserable.
down.
Long day of fighting, too.
Yeah, you actually went up there in the morning and you fought a bunch of stuff and you had a short rest or two and you're coming back. It's probably getting towards evening. That's so nice. You actually went to the manor and only spent 1 day there.
To be honest, it makes a bit of sense, really.
Yeah, I'm quite liking a short, long rest. Seems to be working okay.
Did we just destroy this sleeping giant's entire clientele?
Well, maybe some other people will move in. It really was a miner's dive for a while, but until the Red Brands arrived, so I'm guessing they'll start to go back there.
We gave them a couple gold coins to keep quiet. They'll tide them over until they get new clientele.
Are the stores still open?
It depends. Where are you going?
Where would I buy a loot?
An actual loot.
Yes.
Probably Barthen's Provisions is probably your best bet, or maybe the Costa, but probably Barthen's.
He's spending his loot on a loot.
Is it open?
Sure. Barthen's just about to close up. He sees you coming and waves at you. Ah, good work, good work. I hear we are Red Brand free.
Yes, we did murder them verily.
Verily.
And we captured a wizard.
Oh god, he is
Oh,
going.
very good. Excellent stuff. Never trusted magic much myself.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Nor should you.
No, should you?
So I have my little goblin friend here, and I think it would help him if he learned a musical instrument. I'm thinking a lute.
You're gonna you have a goblin?
Yeah, this is my buddy Drew.
Droop waves quietly from behind your leg. He looks down at the goblin. Hello?
Yeah, I wanted to...
Droop says, hi. He's hiding behind you.
Oh my god, he's adorable. No.
No, you do realize that a lute is probably the most expensive instrument I have, and they're quite complicated.
What other instruments do you have?
For a goblin?
Yeah.
Perhaps...
2 rocks?
2 rocks. Something more simple and straightforward like a drum.
A brave Sir Guybrush, he bravely shot a bow.
What else you got?
Maybe
A bow from far away, brave Sir Guybrush.
maybe a horn or a shawl.
A viol?
A viol. No, they're complicated too.
The pan flute.
The bagpipes.
Yeah.
The most torturous instrument known to man.
Be
No
careful.
offense,
It would be the same size as the poor goblin. Bagpipes are huge.
He should play Der Glockenspiel.
Dead
Droop?
Glock.
Drew, what do you wanna play?
I don't know.
Handful.
Whatever you say, Master. Whatever you say. Droop will learn it good. Play all night long to practice.
You pick out what you want to play, and I will buy you an instrument, Droop.
What are they for?
You're very muted, Hal. Are you talking into your hand or something?
What are they for?
You can learn an instrument. You can sing songs about what you see, about us. You know, you can, at night as we sit around the fire, you can play some songs. And it'll help with the ladies. Ladies love Ladies love musical goblins.
As is proven by all the evidence of ladies hanging out with musical goblins.
Well, there aren't many of them, so
But all the ladies love them when they find one.
exactly.
I don't know. I don't know. Which do you like best, Master?
Oh my god.
The kazoo.
Because that's the second most annoying instrument known to man.
Alphorn.
I know, Nick.
Should probably just go
The alpine horn. He's like dragging an alpine horn with him as he's going.
What about an ocarina? That would be neat.
Ooh, are there ocarinas?
No, there are not.
Hammered dulcimer.
Yeah, he has a dulcimer.
How much is a lute?
For you and your goblin, shall we say 35 gold pieces?
I'm willing to buy my new friend a lute.
All right.
Might want to buy him some pants as well. While you're
And a dozen extra strings, unless you're going to get his claws trimmed.
I would also like to clothe my friend.
Hey, you buying him any specific kinds of clothing? I
Um,
believe there's
Nobleman's clothes.
noblemen's with a loot. Are there clothing packs anymore in this? Equipment
We're
packs?
sure Droop is male, right?
He is a boy goblin, yes.
Okay. Just thought
I'm
I'd
not sure where you check on the goblins.
Clothing packets, I can't find them anymore.
They're part of clothes under adventuring gear. Common 5 silver. Costume 5 gold.
Adventuring gear, here we go. Clothes. Oh yeah.
Fine.
Common costume, fine travelers. What does costume entail exactly?
I think it would be a bardic's thing.
Or you dress him up like a bear or something?
It's probably not described, is it?
No. So, Nick, you have options. Common clothes, a costume, fine clothes, or traveler's clothes.
what's the difference between common and travelers?
I would say common is what like a peasantry would wear or workman. So it's more likely like
Travelers
workman
has
trousers.
pockets.
Yeah, well, travelers also probably comes with a cloak and some decent boots, whereas commoners probably have like more common work boots or slippers or shoes, and have like just a tunic and trousers.
I can't have my new friend in I'll buy him traveler's clothes.
Okay, a children's set of traveler's clothes will fit Droop nicely.
All right.
He has a hood which he pulls up and quite low down across his face.
Children/halfling.
Yes. He's no idea what to do with the belt, and the laces on his boots are just way beyond his skills right now.
I think perhaps he puts his belt over his shoulder vertically, somewhat to imitate the bow that Guybrush has.
He's not too keen on that. Does he have a bow? He might have his own bow. As a goblin, do they come with bows or they come with javelins these days? Let's see.
I think he's mentioned short bows earlier.
Drew has a short bow if Guybrush lets him keep it. Or he can use a short bow.
I absolutely let him keep his weapons.
Then he's already got a bow and a small quiver of arrows on his back.
Just like his buddy, Guybrush.
He stands exactly like Guybrush in his new clothes.
Oh god. I'm so happy right now.
Are you actually buying him a lute?
Can he learn it?
A goblin, he can learn things. He's got a brain.
Like, can he learn it fairly simple? And then will you
It's
have...
probably about as tall as him.
True.
What's
It's gonna be
I
absolutely
don't-
adorable.
I mean, kids have got to learn somewhere, right? So they've got to. It's a lute.
Is there like a ukulele?
No, just you can say he has a lute if you want, and he'll just carry it around his back, and it'll look ridiculously oversized.
What's a good instrument for a goblin to learn?
Tambourine.
The triangle.
I would have gone with panpipes, I think, are decent.
Is pan flute an option?
Pan flute is an option.
All right, well, I'll buy him a pan flute.
The
Pan
third,
flute.
possibly the third most annoying instrument.
Oh, just let him have it.
Automatically, he knows everything by Enya.
You're gonna have to learn to. You're gonna have to sing these songs. You know that, right?
You realize that with a pan flute, he won't be singing. He'll just be fluting.
What can he sing and play at the same time?
The drums.
Tambourine. Tambourine.
All right, let's give him a drum.
The drum will cost you 6 gold pieces.
All right.
He looks extremely happy with the drum.
And then how much were his clothes?
5 gold pieces? Or is that for 2
That
gold
was
pieces?
costume.
2
2
gold?
sounds closer.
Everybody always said
2 gold.
friendship.
2 gold? 2 gold for his clothes.
Not buying friendship. Don't.
So,
He has sticks and a drum, which he's wearing on the front, but can swing to the back if needs be.
back at the inn while they're eating, Roderick has pulled out some of the basic alchemy books that you took, and he's flipping through them rather interested and looking at pictures and asking Pele and Marigold quite a lot of questions. He seems to be getting quite the grasp for it.
Oh dear.
Ooh.
You're learning alchemy.
I got a tool proficiency with my level.
Oh, is it alchemist's kit?
Well, it makes sense.
Yeah, that's
We have the
fair.
books.
That is fair.
Oh, can I buy a poisoner kit and a disguise kit here as well, or where would I need to go for that?
Where does one buy a poisoner's kit, I wonder?
At the Knock Knock store.
I think
Exactly.
it's a place that has a trapping and whatnot, or to get rid of pests.
I think more likely you'd start with like an alchemist's kit and kind of sway it in that direction. But yeah, you could probably pick up poisons and stuff. I mean, an alchemist's kit's
Surely
just a-
farmers would have some poisons to deal with gophers and whatnot.
Yeah, probably. I think that's fair. You could probably say, I don't know, what's a poisoner's kit going to cost? So let's say it costs the same as alchemist supplies, I guess.
I think it has its own thing, does it not?
Is it? I can't see it in the tools.
It should. I'm proficient in
Oh
it.
no, it
now.
does. Poisoner's kit. It is the same cost as an alchemist's kit.
Oh, there you go.
I should pick up
A
the tools.
poisoner's kit includes the vials, chemicals, and other equipment necessary for the creation of poisons. Proficiency with this kit lets you add your proficiency bonus to any ability checks you make to craft or use poison. So yes, 50 gold, and you can get an alchemist's kit swayed towards poisoning things. What was the other thing?
Disguise kit.
Disguise kit. That's going to cost you 25 gold, so that's going to be a total of 75 gold.
And what type of checks do you do on those to use them?
You just use the tool. It's a
They're
check.
really undefined.
Yeah, so basically you'd say, I am going to use my disguise kit, and you roll your proficiency and something appropriate.
Well,
But
to
it
be
lets you
honest,
add your proficiency to any ability checks you make to create a visual disguise.
they're really more you do the thing and you only roll when the DM prompts you, really.
Yeah, basically. So the idea, but it means you're proficient in using them.
Yeah.
So whereas Thing might put on a funny hat and stick on a ginger beard, you actually look like a character you're trying to be.
Maybe that's who. So they were trying to
You
make-
are going to use your disguise kit on the goblin to make him look more like you, aren't you?
No, no. The goblin is free to be who he wants to be.
That's
So
funny.
he's not going to be mini green.
That's funny. He's very green. He's green and looks like Guybrush.
So 75 from my kits.
75 for your kits, yes.
Boom.
You're wandering around town. You realize every step you take is thundered by a drum from behind you.
Yes.
Every now and again, Droop giggles at his drum.
Oh dear lord.
Boom, boom,
I am
So
so
much
drawing
for stealth.
Drew.
boom.
I am so drawing him.
You're drawing Droop the goblin.
Yes, I am drawing him as we speak.
Oh.
Because of this.
because you have a tablet.
Yes. Because he's too adorable to resist, I swear.
Oh my god, Lockhart has a little bongo.
Oh my god.
Ah!
Yes, it sounds kind of like that, except for he's got sticks to bash it with.
Oh, this is so awesome.
Goblin with a drum.
I have a mouse and a goblin. My life is just perfect right now.
If,
Nah, I
you,
just
do-
gotta
if you
cut-
ever let him have levels, he's totally taking bad. You know that, right?
Yes.
I'm going with that was possibly the idea.
Well, it was either bard. It was either going to be bard or ranger.
That's funny. You
So
see
we
him
could
stalking
look-
around in the wilds with his drum. That's going to be very helpful.
Maybe we can teach him to drum quietly on occasion.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll understand all of that. So, you guys are eating. Guybrush returns with Droop to the sounds of drumming.
Check it out, guys! I bought a drum.
As the door opens, there's like a little drum roll from behind Guybrush.
Hey guys, look who got a drum!
There's a huge grin on the goblin as he's bashing his drum.
Oh my gosh.
I don't really know what to say to that, Guybrush.
You,
Roderick, he's almost cute.
Congratulations. you
He's
have
also
managed
dressed kind of like Guybrush.
to surprise even me.
Nick is so excited.
He stands exactly like Guybrush, slightly behind him.
Nick is sat here nearly wetting himself. He's like everybody. It's actually quite adorable.
Oh my god, this is the greatest thing ever! The happiest moment of my life!
Oh my god, really? That's so funny. Nick has a goblin. It's nice to be able to make a player happy.
Oh,
See? It was worth it just for this.
oh my arrogance is now personified.
In a goblin.
It won't all fit in a goblin.
It's spilling out.
Bitchy.
Droop is sticking his chin out and his chest out to try and look like Guybrush.
You guys want him to play you a song? He's actually pretty good.
He's kind
Out
of
of
awesome,
silence.
but he's enthusiastic. What he lacks in skill definitely makes up for in enthusiasm.
Aww.
He's kind of like, wait, is he kind of like Keith Moon?
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yes, he is.
Have a
And they
Keith Moon
kind of look the same too.
Oh my gosh, this guy is so happy right now.
Funny.
I'm getting an over-the-internet contact high from him.
That's the greatest thing
This
ever.
is beautiful.
So, you guys sit at the table with the goblin, although he stands behind Guybrush until told he can sit.
Ariel.
So, I guess we need to figure out what our next plan is here.
Side quests.
Don't go anywhere that requires too much quietness.
Look at your quest log and see which ones are red and don't go there.
The town master. Well, I'm not sure how serious he was about this, or if he was just sending adventurers away from town so they didn't try to take down the red brands. But he did mention something about orcs.
That is true.
Orcs are bad. Bad orcs. Right, Goblin?
Well,
Yeah.
can we
Do you want to look at the overland map?
Yes, that might be helpful. Figuring out where to go, because there's quite a few actual moving to different area ones.
Yeah, there are. One overland map.
So
That's a cool map.
So let's see what we have. We have the orcs.
The orcs, yes.
Let's see here. I haven't really organized my thing much.
The orcs are allegedly somewhere east on the Triborough Trail.
Yes, on the way to Coneyberry.
Yeah, I believe it says it's somewhere near Wyvern Tor.
And isn't Connerbury where the Banshee?
Yes, I believe it was. Was it Guybrush that had mentioned that after his tryst with the priestess?
Did I mention something after banging the elf priestess? I don't remember.
Why do I not have that on here?
I think there was me she talked to actually on that one.
Yeah,
Before
we
I
didn't
went
do
to
much
Quebec.
talking.
There's a banshee that lives somewhere near Connerbury, not in Connerbury.
Yes.
You know, I know something that can drown out a banshee's screams.
Goblin on the drums.
Goblin on the drums.
We also had a number of ideas pointing us toward Thunder Tree. I believe there was a magic item there, supposedly,
A thunder tree?
as well as
A druid to talk to.
a druid who might apparently know the location to.
Cave and the castle. The castle. Apparently he knows a lot
Yes.
about the area.
Yes, Dread Castle Arg.
Arrgh.
Well, what do we think? Oh yes, sorry, it was Oh, that actually reminds me. Did we ever actually bring the wood carver's body and deliver it to the family?
We probably should have.
I don't remember.
If so, there's a tearful time of.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you wrapped it up, so it's not as.
Yeah.
Yes, because obviously there's big chew marks out of it, and that's not necessarily a good thing. But there's lots of tears and thank yous, and I wish I could do more, and yada yada yadas. And they agree to get it buried and everything. And there's a ceremony the following morning.
Yeah. But yes, it was her who mentioned that the family had a supposedly magic necklace hidden behind the shelving at the herb and alchemy shop they left in Thunder Tree.
Correct.
Was that where? That was also where there was the some type of mystic or
druid.
something. The druid.
Who knows the location of potentially Wave Echo Cave and the Craigmore.
Yes, it's Cragmore Castle. It's an assumption that the lady made that he knows the area so well he could probably tell you where anything is.
So perhaps it would be good to backtrack there to get that information so we're one step closer to rescuing our first employer.
Oh yes, our good friend, what's his face?
Gundarin.
Assuming he's still alive.
Fuckface Mick, I don't give a crap because I have a goblin. That guy. All right.
Well,
Probably about 70 miles to Thunder Tree, looking at the map, depending on your route. I mean, if you follow the road, it's probably slightly longer, and then catch the river from Neverwinter, or you could cut straight across the kind of plainy, hilly area.
If it helps any, I know someone who can lay down a good marching beat for us.
Yes.
Oh, that's funny.
Ooh, this is amazing.
So funny.
so what do we think?
Well, Thunder Tree would match the drum.
Yes. So we go to Thunder Tree, meet the druid, get some information from him, and then where was the Banshee?
Banshee is in Conyberry, which I think we'd probably have to head there anyway because it's probably the easiest way to approach the forest, even after we know where Craigmore Castle is.
Mm-hmm.
Although I wouldn't mind clearing out the orcs.
It is a threat on my mind that it would be good to clear them out to leave Phandelver in a safer situation before going.
I agree.
That's all the. Wait, are those the orcs with what's his face or?
No, it's not the goblins, the orcs.
Oh yeah.
Apparently
Oh,
How different are orcs and goblins in this?
orcs are bigger, stronger, and angrier.
I'll kill some orcs. So do y'all want to do orc druid or orcs banshee druid?
You also get told about some undead.
It sounds vaguely familiar, but I don't have a note about it.
I don't think so.
The guy in the orchard, did he tell you anything about prospectors complaining about undead in the hills?
Oh yeah.
I didn't catch it was undead.
Yeah, sorry.
Well,
Prospectors
several
northeast,
prospectors
sitting near
were
old
chased
ruin
away.
known as the Owl Well.
That's the one. They were chased away by undead from that area.
Wait, would that be along the Tribor Trail?
It's towards Connerbury again. It's in the hills around the south end side of Connerbury.
The hills are alive.
But there's a lot of stuff going on in that direction, as well as towards Thunder Tree. So
Or undead.
there's lots of stuff towards that side.
Hmm. So are we favoring heading for Conaberry first, and then if need be, we can backtrack to Thunder Tree?
Sounds good. We could even go to Thunder Tree through the forest. Be adventurous.
It sounds terribly safe. Let's do that.
Sounds
Because
good.
we'll at least be at a higher level by then, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Because I know about those things.
Yes, levels. That's how life works.
Isn't it though? Isn't it?
Apparently. What level are you, Nick?
I'm level 1,000,000 because I have a pet goblin.
It's gonna be such a shame when he catches an arrow to the throat.
I just finished the sketch of said goblin.
He will need an icon at this rate.
It's true. He's probably gonna need an icon. Do we have a picture of him?
Didn't you just have one?
No, I meant he's now gonna get a.
Oh,
now
there's a
having a-
link.
I have provided a link.
I'm clicking a link. I'm continuing to open the link.
Box.
I've opened it. It is loading. I hate people who can draw.
I can't see. What show us? See.
That's pretty cool, actually. It's almost as happy as Guybrush.
Is he going to be a vegetarian now, Guybrush?
We'll see.
Heather, if you text me the picture, I can print it out and then we can have it for the character already.
You can add it to the character once it's. Is he done or is he not quite done?
I could text him, I suppose.
Or email.
I think he's probably still in sketch phase and
What I figured, he looks like he's in sketch phase.
I could color him real quick if you want.
Color him real quick. Hate artists, they're so smug.
I'm not.
Oh no, you're not. You make hats. It takes you like 4 years to make one.
Does that mean that they're not like proper art somehow?
You're agonized. You're an agonizing artist.
I'm an agonizing artist.
Is that like an agony ant?
That's right. So, where are you going? Are you going to Thunder Tree or Connerbury or somewhere else?
I think it sounds like we're going to Conaberry.
Sounds good.
Go.
Alright.
Are you sleeping? I'm guessing you're resting.
Yes, I mean, I think we'll probably rest. I mean, do we even? No, it's probably not good to rent a car and horses because really, as soon as we have to go somewhere, that's just risking the horses.
True.
But
You could buy horses and ride them. Yes.
as a question, is there enough to kind of put together an alchemist's kit from the manor? For what Glassstaff had?
He had
Or-
what he had was more of a laboratory. His wasn't really portable. It was more kind of just all of the stuff in a room. He wasn't planning on moving, so we never really had like a portable kit. But you could probably put together some of it. Let's say it reduces the cost by 50%.
Okay.
Just picking
So-
up the stuff from the glass,
Yeah.
some of the glassware that'll work, and kind of because all it is a box full of glassware, really, isn't it? You
Yeah.
pick up
No,
some of the glassware, you find an appropriate box and some chemicals. Let's say it's 25 gold instead of 50.
Okay.
The
So-
world's
so
most
that- Roderick will buy the other 25 gold pieces to get himself alchemist's supplies.
the world's most fragile adventuring supplies.
The perfect thing for the fighter to be carrying, I feel.
So can I pick up smith tools since I have a smith tool proficiency?
Sure you can. Did you just pick that up overnight?
No, I've always had that as a dwarf.
Did you not get Smith's tools as an actual item?
No, I just got the proficiency.
Well, that's nice. Yes, you can pick up Smith's tools if you wish.
Sure.
Because everybody should have their proficiency thing. Smith's tools are 20 gold pieces. Anybody else
Well,
want
being a
equipment
dwarf, I'll try and
before
talk
you
it down
leave?
to 15, but you know.
Yeah.
How long do we imagine the trip to be?
Well, let's see. If you take the road, it's going to be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, about 60 miles. So it's probably going to be about a 2-day trip on average.
I think that might be 3 trips, 3 days.
I guess it depends. I guess it depends whether you want to arrive in the dead of night or whether you want to arrive in the daytime. Yeah.
Roderick will also, let me just see here, spend 4 gold to get 8 days rations.
Good.
Oh, that's a good idea. I'll pick up some more rations.
Are you picking up rations, people?
Yeah.
Good. 4 gold for 8 days of rations. which will see you there and back again.
It's
It's a
possible
lot.
we might take a day or two in between when we find orcs or this old well.
You can always hunt a
Owl
little
well.
as well to supplement your.
It's true. It's true.
Anybody want any other equipment?
Bear trap.
Bear trap. You want a bear trap?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to catch sloth bears.
Sloth bears.
Yeah.
The hell's a sloth bear?
It's a bear that
Penis,
has
so
like extra hair, and they're apparently very vicious.
You might catch an owl bear.
Funny.
I think I'm kidding. There is actually an owl bear.
I know.
Yeah.
But sloth bears are real too.
Sloth bears.
They're
Drop
very-
bears.
Well,
Sloth bear. Hunting trap. There we go. Hunting trap will cost you 5 gold pieces, but it weighs 25 pounds.
holy shit. Maybe I'll pass till
Use an action to set it. It's formed of sawtooth steel ring. It snaps shut when a creature steps on it. It is affixed by a heavy chain to an immobile object such as a tree or spike. It does damage. The creature is trapped. Blah blah blah.
Maybe I'll just have a mouse trap this time.
Hey!
A rat trap.
Catching Gary.
Okay, I'll have nothing.
What? Not having anything.
Just get a spyglass.
I don't want anything.
Because they always include that on the list, even though you can never afford a spyglass. I mean,
That's right, because they're super expensive.
I
Well,
noticed that actually.
they're 1,000 gold this time. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had a character that had the spyglass.
yeah, because that's like magic item territory when you start
Yeah.
getting spyglass money.
Yeah, that's right. It's, do I want a spyglass or do I want some potions and scrolls?
Is that like a telescope or something?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like a.
a crappy medieval telescope.
Can you just kind of go in there in the dead of night and steal a spyglass?
If there were a spyglass here to steal, I'm sure it wouldn't be on display.
Yeah, I doubt they have 1,000 gold piece items.
Well, you ask about it, and then you steal it and flee in the middle of the night.
That sounds like how I played Daggerfall.
Well,
It's,
that's why you
it's
order
exactly
one and then get it on the caravan.
Oh.
Yes.
Anyone wanting anything else? Linz, do you actually want to buy anything?
No.
Are you sure?
I don't know. I can't think of anything to buy, so no, not yet.
How
Anybody
about a
want,
bag of
Uh,
1,000 ball bearings?
does anybody want like a tent or anything? You want like outdoor survival stuff, like tents and shit? Or are you happy just sleeping under the stars? Or you could buy horses, heaven forbid.
Tents
So the-
would come in handy. I
Because
could buy a couple
a riding
tents.
horse is 75 gold, so technically you can afford horses.
Can I have a bivouac? What's a bivouac? I want one of them.
A bivouac.
Bivouac. What?
I have no idea what it is, but I want it.
It was simply it's like a army tent
Camp.
setup camp, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Let's. Roderick will buy a 2-person tent for 2 gold pieces,
Oh, you selfish bastard!
and
There is only 2-person tents. You
Do
selfish
we,
bastard.
do we want to just buy like a party pony or something for baggage, or do we actually want to invest all in a wagon or something?
Yeah, your other option is a wagon or a cart. Yeah.
You know, I'm going to be sexually abused by the rest of the party while you and your wife are in that tent. hope
I
you know
will
that.
buy a 2-person tent as well for myself and Droop.
If it's just baggage, we should get a mule.
Yeah. One side will carry a tent.
Donkey or mule?
What?
You can have a donkey or a mule for 8 gold. You can have a pony for 30 gold. You could actually get a cart for 15 gold. Or you could get a wagon for 35 gold.
Okay, I'm going to get a pony and a cart. How much does that add up to?
A pony, you probably want a draft horse. Yeah, maybe not. You'll probably get a pony. A pony and a cart is 30 for the pony and 15 for the cart. You could get a pony and a wagon for 30 for the pony and 35 for the wagon. The wagon is covered.
Okay, I'll get a covered wagon. That
And
would-
also takes. And you're happy with a pony to pull it?
Yeah, because I want to ride it too, and I'm only little.
Okay. So you're gonna have a pony and a wagon, and you're just gonna like trundle along in your wagon, and then you can sleep in the wagon as well if you want to.
Well, yeah, I would get a pony I would get a pony and a trap, but that's probably not very practical. I would get a pony and trap.
Yeah, they're not really that practical. Or you can get a carriage, which is like a multiple-person wagon, and that would cost you 100 gold.
Fuck the rest of the party. I'm not getting a carriage.
Like, okay,
if we got carriage, we'd probably want to all pitch in for that. But
you want like a business to ride it up and down. But I mean, there's nothing wrong with a wagon. If you're happy to buy a wagon and a pony, that's fine.
I'm not letting anybody else in it ever.
to be honest, a wagon is smart for halfling to bring along.
Can a pony pull a wagon? Apparently, a pony can carry 225 pounds, and a wagon weighs 400.
But that's
But
scary.
he doesn't carry it. He drags
You're right, it drags it. You're right.
And it's always ideal to have multiple ponies
A
to
wagon
do a
weighs
carriage.
400 pounds. Does that-
Apparently.
It's not like a little garden wagon.
Well, I'll have whatever is required to pull the wagon, but I'm still calling it a pony.
I'm happy for a pony to pull the wagon.
Thank you.
Your other option is a draft horse at 50 gold, but
I want a pony.
It's a little
a pony seems fine.
That's what I'm picturing. I didn't even know what one of those was.
What?
Radio flyer wagon.
Yeah, it's not like that at all.
Little
It's
red
more,
wagon.
it's more like a Oregon Trail kind of a wagon.
I know, but I want it to be the radio
We're
flyer.
all gonna die.
Everybody gets
A pig is 3 gold.
dysentery. What?
A pig is 3 gold.
Yep, you're getting a pig.
Joke's on you. I've already had dysentery.
Joke's on me.
Wagon pulled by like 12 pigs.
There's going to be more like miscellaneous things going on with our party now than there is going to be.
You can get an elephant.
We
Okay,
have
what's
cinnamon.
your pony called, sweetie?
I don't know. I'm going to take a minute to think about it.
Very good.
I don't want to rush it.
So,
Is it going to be Bill?
probably going to be Bill.
No. Boring.
All ponies were called Bill.
Lorenzo.
Is
Lorenzo the pony.
Lorenzo.
what's the name of the last unicorn again?
Amanthea.
Yes.
I just got a client who is custom ordering from me a unicorn costume for Halloween.
Eee, that sounds cute.
Mm.
It is. Have you
I was
seen?
going to say, is it you, dear?
You've seen the
No.
purple mohawk thing I did, right? The headpiece.
Oh yeah.
It's like a version of that. It's gonna be cool.
Okay, that's good. So an animal that's pulling a wagon can move up to 5 times its base carrying capacity, including the weight of the vehicle. So your pony can pull 225 pounds times 5, so a lot. And the wagon is 400 of that. So you can load up the wagon.
1,125.
Yeah, you can load up the wagon pretty hard with lots of shit before the
600
pony gets tired.
pounds,
Yeah, you're going to be you have like 600 pounds worth of stuff in the wagon, and the pony's still fine pulling it.
You probably invite Halle into there, don't you?
No, I don't. What are you gonna do about it, asshole?
What about you?
I enjoy the company of my wife as we walk down the trail.
So we have a wagon and a pony.
Before.
Can Droop ride?
I will also pick up a tent and a crowbar.
Ooh.
Tent and a crowbar, very good.
Away from you.
Does anybody else want to buy anything? Heather, anything?
I honestly can't think of anything that Halle may need.
Dear, couple suggestions.
Yes.
That's Scroll of Charm person.
Oh, magic item.
You can permanently learn that into your spellbook if you buy some components to do so.
Oh, right. Okay. I forgot. Hello.
Hello.
You gave me spells. I forgot.
My name is Elder Price, and I was the most amazing book.
What sort of materials do I need?
It's special inks and papers and swanky powders, and basically it costs an equivalent of 50 gold pieces per level of the spell.
50 gold pieces, you say?
Yeah, so if it's charm person, it's level 1, right? So buying the equipment to copy it will cost 50 gold pieces.
Oh, and I guess we collect the comb from the priestess if we haven't already.
I will buy
Yes.
2 sets then.
What? 2 sets of copying materials.
Yes.
You're buying 100 gold pieces worth of inks and stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm a student. You can't judge me.
Well, we're just asking to get hit by shatter spells.
No,
Alchemist Lab, Vials of Ink.
that's right.
That
Shattered
book
there.
better stay okay though.
I've got my secret stash of like psychedelic mushrooms in it.
No, I already got those. I am
No, you already
fucked
got
up.
one of them. One of them.
So, are you hitting the road?
Yep.
Because I've just found the Wilderness Encounters table. Woo!
Hey.
Uh-oh. Come on, XP.
Come on, XP. That's funny. So, you're setting off kind of morning time after stocking up your things. So
Yep.
we have a pony-pulled wagon with a halfling driving it. We have anybody else buy any kind of transport device, or are you all walking?
I don't trust those.
I think walking is fine.
We're
We're not in a
marching.
huge
To a
rush.
So everybody else is walking or riding on Mudpetal's wagon.
Pretty much.
I mean, there is a trail.
Yeah, that's the reason.
I can take payments for people who want to
I like that.
ride.
Mudpetal taxi service.
Yep. I'm an entrepreneur.
I like that. Okay, so you head out surrounding the wagon in various ways and trundling along. It's not going to be a bad idea to have a wagon just in case you have to pick up crap to bring back. It's definitely a good idea. So, you're heading off. Travel speed. Apparently, a party travels 24 miles per day over a period of 10 hours. Okay, seems fun. So, you set off along the Tribo Trail. It heads towards the hills. You head off from Phandelver and you head towards the trail. About 15 miles to the T-junction, and then you're going to take a right to the area you've never seen before, because you came from the left. You head along the trail. The trail is not safe. Oh, great. As you travel throughout the area, you might stumble across hungry beasts.
They're all scared off by the drumming sound.
Okay, so I'm rolling dice, people. I'm checking for random encounters. Here we go.
Dun 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 dun.
Um,
Should we do perception or something?
It's fine.
After he determines if there's a counter or not, then we might perceive.
passive.
Your day passes reasonably uneventfully. You pass some miners coming back down out of the hills who kind of chat to you for a while, tell you about bandits on the road that they saw but managed to scurry away from, and you probably get to about here.
Were they orc bandits?
Oh no, they said they were human bandits that they saw.
Where did you say we were?
Approximately here.
I was just checking out.
So, as darkness falls, you've got to about that point.
Did Droop learn any new songs?
Droop's just learning the basis of rhythm right now.
Okay.
But he's happy. He's sat in the back of the wagon, beating his drum.
So I'll periodically cast Thaumaturgy, and every once in a while when he hits the drum, I'll make the ground tremor.
That's cool.
That's so mean.
That's just mean.
He looks exceedingly confused the first few times, and then he looks increasingly happy.
I'm causing earthquakes.
Oh.
Just makes him hit the drum all the harder.
Yeah, he might break it.
It's a pretty good drum.
Damn it.
Damn it. Okay, so you're setting watch?
Yes.
Look at a
I
blob
made it
on
to
my-
dot.
It's a dot. You have the drawing tool and put a dot on my map. Okay, so you're having watches? You're going to rest for 8 hours, I'm guessing.
I think it's our usual, isn't it?
You have a usual for watches?
Roderick first,
Mm-hmm.
with then Hale, then Guybrush the last 4 hours usually.
Yeah, because he meditates, right?
Unless there's objections.
Okay.
The night passes relatively uneventfully, sat on the side of the road.
All right, somebody was infested with something during the night.
Aw.
don't know what you mean.
Wow.
Oh, he seems normal.
The sounds of drumming continue into the early morning, at which point the sounds of snoring take over.
This goblin's friggin' adorable. I'm sorry.
He doesn't much like traveling in the daytime, so he hides in the wagon, drumming away quietly to himself.
in his sack.
Yes. So, you travel on up the road. Again, you bump into the few people traveling down it.
Probably also asking of them if they know the location of the Owl Well.
Oh, lad, you don't want to go near there. I heard somebody got chased off by undead.
Not sure if you noticed, but we're kind of in the business of eliminating things like undead.
Okay. So, it's south of Connerbury in the hills. I haven't been there in a long time.
South of Connerbury. Okay.
Maybe about 10 miles south into the hills.
All right.
The hills are alive with the sound of undead.
That's right. You travel up the trail and get to approximately 5, 10, 15, 20, about there. Before night begins to fall. Uneventful yet again.
All right.
Like a plan.
The night again passes uneventfully.
Hmm.
It's not a good random encounter table, I'd say.
That's very suspicious.
Think so?
Clearly, we're
quiet.
traveling
It's too quiet.
in a strong group that they don't fear attacking us.
That's right.
No, any wild animals are scared away by the loud drumming.
And the smell of the goblin.
He doesn't smell. I bathed him.
Oh, they lick each other clean.
You don't have to make it weird, okay?
Oh, he didn't make it there.
They preen each other like monkeys.
I'm not allowed to have a little goblin friend.
A little goblin friend. I like that.
No,
If
you
that's
aren't.
what you
He
get
just
to call it
prefers
these
to.
days.
Preen you like a
Screw you.
monkey.
Yes.
So, you continue again the following day. You think you're going to reach Connerbury probably sometime early afternoon.
Woo.
And you do.
Right.
It was pointless and terrible. Connerbury is ahead of you. It is a sacked town, long abandoned. The trail runs right through it. There are ruins. An old trail leads off into the forest, and you see the hills just to the south. It is an abandoned town. All the buildings are basically being reclaimed by the land. All of the walls have tumbled. There's a lot of the signs of long burning long ago.
Is there
It's abandoned.
Do we have a
Do you
map?
know this?
What?
Ice Spire Peak. Oh.
What? Oh, yeah.
Alright.
That's a big mountain you can see from where you are.
Let's see. Who was it? Thror. Where did the elven cleric say that this banshee was supposed to be?
I believe she was in the woods a few miles out of town.
Well, do we head north to the woods to the banshee, or south to the well and whatever creatures lurk there?
Which is closer?
Possibly the banshee.
Maybe we should do that. We don't normally let go past anything and let it potentially get us. So.
Well, and technically we're trying to trade with the banshee. We're not seeking mayhem.
Well, yeah, but she could sneak up on us.
What were we trading again?
I can't
A
remember.
comb for a what was it? Trying to read my old notes. Spellbook, that's right, yeah.
The location of a spellbook.
The location of a spell book.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's a nice touch, though. Combs are traditional for banshees.
Is she somebody that we would be better off facing in the daytime or at night? Does she even do anything in the daytime, or is she a night owl?
Night ghost, wailing banshee lady.
That's a reasonable thing to ask, right?
It is.
For once, I know.
Well, ghosts usually are active during the night, so.
So shall we go find some zombies and,
Some zombies.
the undead? I mean,
Where you going, kids?
Yes.
We were kind of asking you questions, Hal.
I thought you were talking amongst yourselves.
Well, I was asking if she's the kind of thing that we can deal with in the daytime, or if she's a nighttime only thing.
Don't really know.
I don't know anything about banshees.
No one really does in the group.
Yes, and I also don't know.
The best idea would probably be Thror, who has some knowledge of souls and things that transmit to the other places. And he thinks banshees, from his knowledge, are very powerful spirits that are not physical. They're like ghosts, essentially. He has no idea whether they hang out in the daytime, but he has no reason to believe that they wouldn't.
Perhaps we can at least scout out the forest with the light of the day. Surely if she's in spirit, there's a grave or something that would show her general location.
Sounds reasonable.
Yep.
Okay.
We need salt.
Salt? I don't think we'll be able to find it here, dear.
Oh.
You head into the forest up the trail. Are you leaving the cart, or are you taking it? The forest is pretty overgrown.
Okay. Well, I'm going to leave it then and cover it up with.
Camo net.
You find a place to kind of park it inside a less ruined building, and just kind of hide it, along with your pony. It has plenty to eat here. There's lots of overgrowth. It should be absolutely
I
fine.
don't know whether I should take the pony.
He's be a cat pony after this.
Taking the pony?
I don't know. I don't really want to leave him.
Take the pony. Lorenzo.
That might not be his final name.
Okay. The forest grows dark and still as the trail winds deeper into the trees. Heavy vines and thick layers of moss drape the branches, and the air is noticeably colder than it was in the ruined village. Rounding a bend in the trail, you see a screen made from the warped branches of trees standing close together, woven into a dome-like shelter in the shadows. A low doorway leads inside.
Head towards the doorway?
I'm afraid. I don't really
About
want
5 miles outside of town.
I'm scared.
Filet is very apprehensive as well.
Roderick wraps a spare hand to grasp hold of Fillets and holds her tight.
Oh.
He's yay. He spoils me.
Guybrush mockingly wraps his arm around his goblin.
Let me guess, the goblin's going to be the highest charisma member of the party, too.
Droop cuddles closely and taps his drum a little bit. Oh, there's a doorway.
Take the lead thrower as an emissary of the gods?
Sure.
I was going to just have a poke around very quietly, like a stealthy kind of, maybe like a little sneak ahead.
Are you scouting?
Yeah, not too far, but some a little way, maybe.
Okay, give me a Heidi sneak attack roll, please.
That's right, and you can't see in the dark, can you?
No. Let me see what my perception.
It's not dark yet, though.
That's good.
It's gloomy here, but it's still daytime.
6.
As always.
You kind of wander off and stomp through the undergrowth for a bit. You get close to the door and you see that inside it seems to be almost like a home.
No, that's
But you don't go in unless you want to.
I did perception.
no.
Was that perception or was it stealth?
No, they're the same.
Yeah.
They're the same.
I thought that roll was stealth.
No, I was thinking it was perception, but they're both the same number anyway.
Which was that?
I rolled perception.
Okay, so then you don't really see anything. You see some vague bits of furniture inside the home, but that's all you can see from where you are.
Okay, I'm doing a stealth thing now.
Okay, creeping forward. You creep stealthily forward towards the door. Are you going inside?
Is it like an open doorway?
Kind of. It's like a low doorway. It probably once had a door in it, but right now it's just kind of a low opening in the kind of woven kind of mesh of trees.
I'll stick my head in,
Okay.
using the continuation of my stealth, but I'm not going to go too far in. I just want to be able to see what's ahead and be able to report back.
A home of sorts is sheltered within the dome of woven branches. It is sparsely furnished with chests, shelves, a table, and a reclined couch. All of it old and of elven craftsmanship.
Okay, Hal,
Hmm.
I'm finding you very difficult to understand tonight.
Yeah.
Am I quiet tonight?
Yeah.
Not so
You're,
much
you're a
quiet,
bit quiet.
but it's
I'm-
like
Yeah. Let me bend my boom in a little more.
You're a little quiet and mumbly.
Yeah.
Are you talking through your boom? It almost seems like I want to say there's a computer mic.
Oh, hang
And
on,
when
let
you
me
turn
look.
your head away, you're muffled.
you're very muffled.
That shouldn't happen. Hang on, let me check. Let's try that.
Hello, hello, hello?
Much
Hello?
There
better.
we go.
Is that
That's
better?
much better.
Okay, remind me next time to check, because obviously my Mac likes to go to use my default instead, apparently. Which kind of
Yeah, I
shitty.
didn't say that to you earlier. I did say earlier that you were.
I know, sorry, I thought you just meant I was being quiet, but as opposed to being the mic that wasn't picking up. Is that better?
Yes, very much.
Okay. So, a home of sorts is sheltered within the dome of woven branches. It is sparsely furnished with chests, shelves, a table, and a reclined couch. All of it is old and of elven craftsmanship.
Oh.
Hmm.
What you gonna do? Sneaky sneakson?
I will go back to the party and tell them what it looks like. But I'm not really willing to go much further on my own because it's a bit creepy.
No sign of the spirit?
Didn't see anything.
I didn't see anything.
From what you know of banshees, is it possible to kill them with mortal weapons?
Maybe.
We do
That-
have a magic one.
Yeah, there are tales of people using weapons of legend to slay ghosts and things spirits, but you don't really know of any that, other than of particularly holy men, who have actually taken on spirits and succeeded with normal weapons.
So what kind of weapon? We need.
When I say weapon of legend, the idea is it has to be magical, basically.
Okay. Who has, do any of us have magical weapons?
You have one.
Play.
I have a glass staff.
Don't you also have a
longsword?
magical longsword?
She has a magical longsword too.
I do have a magical longsword, and I also have a glass orb.
She's like Gandalf.
The glass orb is
We
not
shouldn't
magical.
assume that we're going to need them, but
But it's if people are going in with her, it should probably someone who has a weapon that can do something.
Well, I'm almost wondering perhaps it would be unwise to enter a spirit's house without its permission. It might put her in a very bad mood to start with.
We could try being diplomatic to start. It's a odd.
It's definitely an odd approach for you guys.
I'm totally diplomatic. I made friends with the goblin. I made friends with Neil.
Good old Neil.
Maybe the elves should.
I
Handle it?
banged an elf priestess. I tried to bang a halfling. I shot a guy in the face, but then let him live.
Maybe I should do the talking.
Can I have sex with a banshee? I guess is what I'm asking.
It does look like
why not?
Like, you want to talk about hearing the wailing. I fucking start laying
I'm going to say, I bet
I
she's a
shouldn't be
screamer.
surprised by this. I really
Level
shouldn't
drain?
be.
And
That's
thus
right.
we find the origin of ghoul fever.
and I'm hoping it'll do level drain.
Also, I'm pretty certain she's colder than an Eskimo. You're probably not going to enjoy that.
I've had worse.
And I mean, to be honest, her O face is probably going to blow your face clean off.
I mean, there's worse things to sleep with than a
She's a
banshee.
screamer.
I once had sex with a dwarf woman, and that was awful.
That was a man, right?
That could have been. I don't know. They all look alike.
So, if this is her lair, she might have been an elf. Maybe it is more political for the elf to.
Which elf are you referring
Oh.
to?
The nice one.
Me?
No.
Right?
He means me.
The nice one. I like that.
Or I can go, but being a holy man, I'm used to talking somewhat nice to people. I'm just a dwarf, so it comes off a little rough.
Well, you could accompany me.
Maybe she'd like a song by Droop.
I think that's
Oh
exactly.
boy.
We're trying to gain favor with her, not annoy her.
Right. If y'all don't want Droop there, that's... I see.
Well, I think it sounds like we're sending in Halei and Thror while the rest of us are standing slightly outside the house,
Should we
ready to
knock?
rush in if we hear something bad happen.
I think we should
Yeah.
make ourselves known.
I think we should knock.
Knock respectively
Yes,
on the door frame.
Knocking is definitely good.
Okay, so who's doing what and when? You guys are standing back. You all, while Throt and Halei approach.
Do we know the Banshee's name?
Believe you do.
Yes, Agatha?
Agatha?
Mm-hmm.
Agatha?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a.
We're looking
Okay.
for Bo Gentle's spellbook.
Correct.
Yeah.
We have a comb which I believe belonged to Agatha when she was alive to trade for its location.
You do have a comb.
I will say this. Guybrush is getting a little restless. I suggest somebody go in. I
Knock
suggest
on the-
you knock and go in before I do.
Knock on the door frame. If nobody says anything, then step in.
Okay, you step inside. The furniture is of good elven craftsmanship, but is old. Has not been cared for a while.
Those banshees, they never look after their furniture.
Not really going to be sitting and sleeping on it, are they?
Miss Agatha?
The air grows cold, and a powerful feeling of dread grips you. Cold, pale light flickers in the air, rapidly taking on the form of a female elf, her hair and robes waving in a spectral wind. She might have been beautiful once, but a hateful expression twists her features now. Foolish mortals! What do you want here? Do you not know it is death to seek me out?
I beg your pardon, madam.
What do you want, bumbling wizard?
We seek your wisdom and knowledge.
I've cracked my pants already.
I've crapped my pants already.
I seek new underwear.
I'm sure Guybrush has them.
Souvenirs from his exploits.
Oh, that's true.
What do you want? Leave this place before I am angered.
Thror, you have the comb, don't you?
Why are you bickering here? Leave! She seems to be growing slightly larger. The hair is starting to whip around her head.
Will somebody please talk to her?
Guybrush walks in.
Yeah.
Agatha, hi. Guybrush Threepwood. Perhaps you've heard of me.
Oh, God.
Another bumbling elf! Her fingernails are starting to grow into claws slightly. Her face is becoming more gnarled and vicious.
Agatha, I see that your hair seems to be whipping around. You know, we do have a comb of yours. We thought you might like it back.
Bring out the comb.
Comb?
She starts to slow down a little. The whipping starts to subside a wee bit. Why do you have that? Why?
Well, you know, we picked it up. We were told it was yours. You know, it's, you know, one elf to a former elf. You know, I thought it behooved us to return it to you.
Behooved.
Yes.
Former elf, indeed.
He likes big words and he cannot lie.
In all honesty, we were asked to seek you out and see if you would impart with us the knowledge of the location of Bo Gentle's spellbook in exchange for this lovely comb to enhance your beauty.
Yes, dwarf. Really have no conception of what you parley with. But very well. I know that you seek things, and I know of what you seek. You may ask me a single question, and I will give you the answer. If it's for the spellbook, I can tell you where it is. Or I can tell you something else.
Where is
Wait,
Bojangles'
wait.
spellbook?
What if we can get the numbers to the next Mega Millions lottery?
And what if that counts as the question?
I'm not. She said we could ask her one question. I'm asking you.
She's kind of stopped whipping. She's almost sat in one of the chairs, kind of looking amused at you.
I'm sorry, I kind of entered into a contract. Please reveal the location of the spellbook to us.
It was mine for a time, but I traded it. I traded it to a necromancer named Serenoth from the city of Erebor, maybe 100 years ago now. I don't know what became of it after that, but, well, that is it.
Can I hand her the comb, or should I just set it on a table?
She kind of reaches for it and touches it, and it kind of absorbs into her hand and appears in her hair.
So is this spellbook anything like Bojangles' spellbook? Like, will it teach me to tap dance really well?
She shakes her head, and in a wailing wind, she vanishes.
Aww.
No tap dancing for you.
Shows how much you know.
Roderick cautiously enters in. Did it all go well?
It didn't go badly.
Yes, and I think we should probably vacate before she decides she doesn't want visitors again.
I didn't get her number, and I'm kind of
God
upset.
damn it, Grub.
You can pay her a visit this evening if you wish.
I didn't get her number.
I might have to come back here.
I just called Guy Grunt, by the way. That was totally...
Yeah. I'm stepping out of the Banshee's house.
Yeah,
Yes.
me
Let's
too.
go back to Conaberry.
Bye, Agatha. It's a pleasure meeting you.
You return to Conaberry, unmolested by the Banshee.
Sadly,
To Guybrush's disappointment.
I count that as
right.
a successful encounter.
Indeed.
Well, we didn't die.
I mean, we just need to find the location of it for the elf priestess. She didn't want us to actually bring it to her, did she?
I don't believe so.
So we have to travel all the way back to Phandelver to tell her?
Well, we have a few other things to do here. We have the Owl Well we can visit tomorrow after a nice day's rest. And perhaps we should explore the forest some more, or the hills, to see where these orcs might be located.
Fair enough.
Orcs, the undead, everything. Yeah.
So many things to play with. So many things. So, you're resting for the evening?
It probably is about time to rest
Not
by
too
the time
close
we get
to
back.
her.
What?
Not too close to her. We're not resting close to her.
You're 5 miles from her.
Good.
Good. So you're setting the same watches as last time?
Yep.
Super. Night passes uneventfully. If anything, it's quite pleasant.
Yay.
Seems the group doesn't snore quite as much as he did the previous evenings.
I think since it was since it was a crit fail on anything bad happening, that something good happens. Like Droop learns to play a song. Play us that song, Hal.
The Song of Silence?
He's not he's still learning his basic rhythms, but he has started to add little mumbly tunes to it. Most of it's in Goblin right now because it's the language he's most comfortable kind of talking in.
That's fair enough.
May I go and reheat my tea by using the microwave, Hal?
Of course you can.
I don't think it will make it too loud. I just don't
Oh
know
no, it should be fine.
without warning.
I'm going to grab my pill.
He seems that he's okay. Can we have one?
Antibiotics? Yeah.
Sure. So Yes, he seems to be singing some kind of sea shanty in Goblin.
Yes! I didn't even have to teach him to sing sea shanties, and he's already picking them up.
He clearly is a natural.
Oh,
Alright.
Helene's going to go into the bushes for a moment.
Okay.
I think she's going to make water as they would.
Make water. I like that. So everybody's
yeah,
walking
right.
away. That's a relatively innocuous encounter.
Well, it's one of those things. It's trusting that the monster will actually want the thing you have.
True, and also talking to the monster and not attacking the monster.
Well,
I mean, the thing is, you don't actually get the experience for a Banshee, because that would be obscenely high. You only get the experience for a basically set-piece encounter.
I suppose that's fair.
That's what's in the books. That's what you get.
I would argue one could argue that if we engage, there should be XP penalty for having turned it into an engagement.
Right. Well, you're going to die if a Banshee attacks the party.
I don't know exactly, but so far, from the experience rewards we have, they are really encouraging that killing enemies equals experience for the most part.
It's
I think this is the first, but even at set adventures usually have an amount of role-playing XP to it, or story XP.
There's some things for like doing the adventures, but most of it, I think the idea is doing other things, bringing back the treasure, finding the blah blah blah, get you things, and combat is where experience comes from, apparently.
I mean, I guess if they were getting back to the old way of doing things, they really should have put a bit more story emphasis. I don't
know. Original D&D was very much about experience for killing shit.
And this
True.
this is the almost beta story, so
yeah, the story itself is.
That's not very true at all. There was experience for lots of different things. There was the gold experience for the rogue. It was varied. There
was. How many gold pieces he stole, he got experience. 1 XP per gold piece.
Mm-hmm.
Which obviously could be gamed by letting the rogue go in first to steal everything and then distribute it to the party.
But it's... Anyway.
So, you rest. The night passes uneventfully. What are you doing in the morning?
Heading south.
Showering.
Okay.
to go find deadites.
To find the deadites. That's funny.
Our boomsticks.
Well, are you using any specific plan? Are you heading in any specific direction? Are you...
Forward.
Okay, you're heading into the hills at this point.
Yes. I think probably we'll just try to get to high vantage points when possible. See if we can notice any landmarks of buildings or old pathways.
Okay, sounds good. I guess you're on foot at this point?
I guess it depends how sloping the hills are. If it's possible to
Some of them are reasonably steep. They're not hugely bad. They get much more inhospitable towards the mountains. Obviously.
And Hal wouldn't have undead eat Lindsay's pony, so it's safe to bring the cart with us.
No, I would never do that.
He absolutely would.
Okay, so
Yay!
you heading directly south?
more or less.
Where did they tell us the zombies were?
South of Connerbury.
The south there? Alright.
In the hills. You head up what looks like a path that may have been created by prospectors heading into the hills from this location. You have noticed in Connerbury there are various kind of old campsites and stuff that clearly the prospectors use it as a base when they're going up into the hills to prospect for gold and what have you. So you head off into the hills up one of these paths and kind of follow it around. You head up probably towards the small hills and kind of crest them, and maybe head on top of, say, this one here. There's a kind of nice-looking sized hill, kind of easy vantage point to see things. Off to the east, you notice what appears to be the ruins of an old watchtower, maybe a couple of miles away.
I think we have a place to head towards.
Do we know anything about
Well,
the history of a watchtower in the area?
No idea.
we have a well.
The watchtower's about...
Some people do actually have history as a skill, potentially, though.
They do. Do they have any skills in history? Or
Heather,
local
would you
area
like to?
knowledge?
I do. I have history at 1.
Yeah.
Oh, I have +5 in history.
Want to roll it?
I have 4. Yeah.
Rollin', rollin', rollin'. Get them 20s rollin'.
19.
19 for Hilaire. Okay. Hilaire suspects that this might be the old Owl Well. She's heard tales that it is a ruined watchtower, allegedly built thousands of years ago by an empire that has long since fallen.
The Owl People Empire.
Mm-hmm. The old Owl Well.
They fell to ruin because they didn't give a hoot about anything.
Wow, it's pretty good, unless you've been practicing.
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh,
Ooh, Mr.
I would high five you if I could.
He tells a joke, and Droop does what?
Boom.
Well, all's well that ends well.
Oh!
He's paying for himself with these snare shots, people.
There is the old Owl Well on the map.
Hey! We found a thing.
We found it. This is the place, I think.
Can we
Is
reach it in the same day?
Yeah, easily. It's only like 5 miles from where you spotted it. As you crest a low ridge, you spy the crumbling ruins of an old watchtower standing amid the rugged hills. The place is so old that the walls are only mounds of rubble enclosing the courtyard of sorts, adjacent to the broken stump of an old tower. A colourful tent has been set up in the middle of the courtyard, but no one is in sight.
What size kind of tent? Like a sleeping kind of thing, or?
It's a little larger than your 2-man tent, more like it probably has a couple of rooms inside it, so maybe a place for sleeping and a kind of front area for doing kind of meetings.
Like a necromancer's pavilion.
Oh, it's exactly.
Probably-
That's right. It's made of the skin of some kind of colourful beast.
Ooh.
Probably try to approach within 50 feet or so and then give a shout of, "Hello! Anybody there?"
Okay.
Does it have any like identifying flags or?
No, there's no kind of heraldry hanging off it. So as you approach kind of towards the watchtower, I believe everybody has a passive perception of over 10, do they not?
Yes.
Some of us are at 10.
It's good enough. Everybody smells the smell of death coming from the tower, just wafting on the breeze.
Well, that smells like that fucking Dwarven bitch I banged.
Oh, Dwergar.
You shout out, "Hi!" or whatever the hell you say, unless you don't do that when you smell the death.
Well, all the same, assuming, again, by the time we get within 50 feet, does it look wrecked or just like a regular tent?
The tent looks like it's a normal tent. It looks like it's been there for a while, but it looks like it is actually in reasonably good shape. It's used. It looks like it's used. There's a fire outside of it that looks like it was recently done from where you're standing. It seems to have a spit across the top, and a kettle is hanging over it. And
Is the fire still going, or is it?
no, it is glowing a little, like it's been used recently. There's a little stool next to it, and various items are scattered around the camp from what you can see.
Well, it might be a bit more cautious, but I think there would still be a shout of greeting or something like that.
Yeah, we're trying to not get into.
We're expecting undead, but this is a dude here, so it's...
You hear a low moaning.
I vote we leave.
From inside the tower,
Can we
and
leave?
a large group of shambling figures kind of come out from inside the rubble.
Distance?
Head towards you. I think you're about 20 feet away.
How
weren't
large
you?
a group?
I said 50 feet
Oh, 50 feet away.
from
So
the
they're
tent.
50 feet away.
Yeah.
So they're the tent is kind of in the courtyard, and they kind of come out from around the walls. There is a large group. I have no map for this. Purposefully, according to the adventure, this will be narrative.
Like a half score, dozen.
Yes. You easily count 8, 10, maybe more behind. They're in a big rabble and kind of eager to get at you.
That's not good.
So I guess we may as well bring up
All right.
the
Stay
turn,
close.
the turn Doohickerizer, shall we? Oh, have you guys not got your characters on here to be able to roll them in?
Nope.
Just roll them and I'll add you. No, I'll better bring you over. Hang on, let me go fetch you. I believe you're here.
Hopefully these are just standard zombies.
Standard zombies. Let's see. Here's.
Well, traditionally zombies aren't immune to much, at least.
Did that actually add you anywhere?
I don't see it.
No, you have to click on a token, so it's not going to add her.
There you are. I pasted you guys in by Connerberry.
Woo!
21 for you.
21.
Pretty good going.
9.
Hello, roll a 12 there?
I rolled a 12.
12.
I rolled 10. Which one are you?
Dracula.
The ad.
I think, maybe. Hold on. Due to the number of participants, I've been muted. I'm recording audio. That's a good thing.
Woo!
What?
No. Woo!
Woo, woo,
Woo.
indeed. Woo!
Wouldn't it be Vecna, not Ruby?
Ruby Vecna. Vecna Ruby.
Ruby Vecna. We're coming back. It's
Judges.
loading in. It's loading in. We're good. And turn order is there, and I believe we have a turn order going. Our miss just literally dropped off for about 20 seconds there as the recording computer crapped out for some reason. We get that back. Okay, so I see
We're
you
just too
guys.
awesome.
I know, it was the fear of me rolling zombies. I guess obviously the computer was scared of them. So, oh my goodness, look at that dexterity. Look at how fast they are. How amazing they are.
Nah.
Guess what they've got?
Nah.
I want to say a minus.
-2, and they still got a 13. It's pretty good.
Question is, how far can they move?
Yeah, that's a good question. How far can zombies charge, eager to sink their zombie teeth into your tasty, tasty fleshes?
Shambling charge.
How big is this courtyard we're in?
No, in a courtyard. You're stood in the
Yeah.
hills still.
Oh, we didn't.
It sounds like we're in pretty open terrain generally.
Yeah,
Just
it's
50
hilly.
feet ahead of us, there's a small.
There's
gate
there's no real gateway anymore. There's just like walls that were broken, and they're kind of spilling out through the gaps in the walls to come and get you. There's a big kind of horde.
And so I have there's basically infinite space behind us, correct?
There's hills, yes. There's nothing particularly behind you to stop you moving.
Okay.
You're gonna run backwards.
I don't see why I would not, as I have ranged attacks.
It's funny.
And I have more than myself to think of, you know.
Nice. Zombies. Okay, so Roderick Hellbeater, there are zombies spilling out at you.
All right, shield held close to the body, a javelin is pulled out of the oversized quiver on Roderick's back and thrown towards an air zombie.
Very good. They are 50 feet away. I don't know whether that's
So
within
this is at
range for a javelin.
disadvantage.
Disadvantage on the zombie.
Let me just get my thing here. Weapons. So what this does is it rolls twice automatically,
Yeah.
But I would assume it's the first roll. Well, in this case, it'll be the least of them because it's disadvantage.
It should do that automatically, right?
Well, no. See what
Oh,
it does.
you have your own. How did you do that?
It's from the character sheet.
Hey, that's kind of cool. What? There's a disadvantage. What the hell is?
Well,
You waved over that calculation.
I know it's the same with all
What the
sheets.
hell?
They're each
Jeez.
individual rolls.
Oh, individual things that add to the pluses and minuses.
No. They're the same modifier, but it's rolled twice. So
Yes. No, I
normal,
understand.
If it's normal, you just use the first one. If it's advantage or disadvantage, you use the best or worst.
Okay.
So, will a 16 hit?
Yes, it will.
9 damage.
9 damage.
Piercing.
That doesn't really matter. 9 damage piercing. Okay, you hit a zombie as it stumbles around the rocks towards you. Guybrush, there are zombies.
I will shoot. I pull loose an arrow and fire it, and hold on, because I have to do advantage.
Okay.
I do have advantage as the zombies have not attacked yet, and I am an assassin.
Yes, Guybrush is now an assassin, and Mudpetal is a thief.
Doesn't that make this a crit too?
In principle.
Is it? I don't think it's a crit. Is it a surprise attack?
No, they're not surprised.
Oh, that's only surprise round.
It crits in surprise rounds, yes.
Okay. Let's see. I did quite remember. I know that was wrapped around in that ability.
Yeah, there's some nice things in there for an assassin. Go, assassinish bad guy.
And so, I just put
Folkir assassin.
So what does he put in the modifier thing? He hit the advantage or whatever.
So I just do my plus six attack bonus.
Into the advantage roll, yes, that's fine.
Alright, I think that should do.
Roderick's swanky roll comes from using the character sheet, which we can set you guys up. But there's 2 of you on one computer, so that's going to be difficult.
We're trying. My fault somebody can't make the webcam work.
But he wants to come down for a cuddle, that's all it is. Give him a cuddle, Linz.
Not for me.
Cuddle him. You rolled a 1.
15, that's pretty good.
15 for first blood.
I make that a 7.
How?
What?
Oh, your advantage.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, in that case, it is a 15. You hit a zombie. Are you hitting the same one that is now got a javelin sticking out of it, or are you hitting a different one?
I'll hit the one with a javelin sticking out of it.
Okay, you hit it, and it is hit by an arrow. Do your damage, please.
7. Wait, yeah.
Sneak attack?
It's a damn sight bigger than that.
I don't know what the new thing is that he's doing, so I can't help.
He's sneak attacking because he gets advantage and.
Do I get a? What? Oh, okay.
If I recall correctly.
Let me also roll a 2d6 then.
I got a 2d6 sneak attack now.
Mm-hmm. A 3rd level. They're a 3rd level.
Yikes.
Huh. Little damage. It's good.
So 11.
11 damage.
I turned my damage up to 11.
If zombies could be blooded, this one is, but it is still charging across towards you.
And then I run back about 10 feet, so there's now 60 feet between myself and the zombie horde.
Okay. All of the zombies en masse just charge forward.
Yay!
And they move.
They move 20 feet, so they get 40 feet towards you. They're going to be upon you next turn. They're zombie mouths, eager to eat you. You realize here that they are primarily human, but not all of them are.
Why would they be upon? If they were 50 feet and they charged to 20,
They're almost on you.
Okay.
They'll be on you next turn.
Provided we don't move back.
Why?
provided you don't move backwards.
I'm not trying to be a dick, but if they were 50 feet and moved 20 feet, they'd be 30.
It's because you mentioned 60 feet last turn.
No, they started.
They're 20 feet back from you, 10 feet from the rest of us.
They're dashing. They double move.
So they moved 40.
Yeah.
Okay. So they moved 40 feet ahead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Hal just said it a bit differently.
Sorry. They have a 20-foot movement and they dashed at you. They do 40-foot movement.
Okay.
So they all run at you and they don't quite get there, but they'll get you next term. Wizard.
Red Wizard.
I got cut up with shading. Sorry.
Big horde of enemies moving towards us.
Big horde.
Well, I have just the spell for groups.
Oh.
How closely knit are we?
They're pretty close in there.
Yeah, but you're not at any worry of targeting any of us inside it, really.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
The question was asking Hal how many you can get inside it, really.
All of them.
To be honest, if you want to use that scroll of fireballs, you might be able to. That's a 20-foot radius.
That would probably catch the whole group.
Might be overkill, but yeah.
True, it might be overkill, but we really don't know what these
Zombies
things can
burn.
do.
I like this idea.
Yeah.
Just enough kill.
Let 'em burn. Let 'em burn. I'm not.
You need to wait for the recording to happen.
Okay.
We're back again. Well, then, let me load the app. Hold on. I don't know what's going on here. I'm guessing it's a Hangouts issue. It's dropping because of an issue with Hangouts.
Maybe
Our connection seems fine. I'm guessing Hangouts is being a douche.
That cunt.
It's weird it's only being a douche for the recording computer.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Probably needs a reboot. Okay, I'm back in the room. 1, 2, 1, 2, test, 1, 2. We're good, yeah, go.
Alright, I'm going to take an action and prepare Fireball.
So you're going to cast Fireball.
Yes.
Okay. You're probably going to get them all, I would think. How many are there? There's 12. And they're probably in a very closely knit group trying to come and eat you. So I'm going to guess that you're going to catch pretty much all of them, assuming it's a 20-foot radius spread.
Should be.
It is a 20-foot radius.
Let's see, range 1.
I'm looking Fireball. Range 150
Yeah,
feet.
20
Yeah,
foot radius, yes.
From your pointing finger to a point you choose within range, and then blossoms with a low roar into an explosion of flame. Each creature within 20-foot radius sphere centered on that point must make a dexterity saving throw. The target takes 8d6 fire damage on a failed save, half as much on a successful one. Fire spreads around corners. It ignites flammable objects. Blah 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 blah. Okay,
So
it blows
on
up.
and so forth.
Boom. I guess I need to make some dex saves, don't I?
Yes. So, dear, you can roll your damage right away, 8d6.
I'll start dex saving.
Hopefully zombies have lousy decks. Oh, yeah, that's right, -2. Right.
I believe scrolls still use the spellcaster's. Oh wow, that's a nice number.
That is a nice number.
But I could be wrong. But do scrolls just use the spellcaster's DC nowadays?
Don't actually know. And I don't know whether it's in this book.
Because it's not going to be in the basic rules, I don't think. It might be in the DM material.
That's what I thought. Yeah, maybe in the actual item. Hang on. Because there was a scroll of fireball, right? We found it.
That's what she's using. And dear, you can get rid of that item now. Remove it from your character sheet because it is now expended.
If the spell is on your class list, but of a higher level than you can normally cast, you must make an ability check using your spellcasting ability to determine whether you cast it successfully.
Ah, so that needs to be done.
It requires a DC of 10 plus the spell's level. On a failed check, the spell disappears from the scroll with no other effect.
Oh, so this
Ooh.
is a bit of a risk. So it's what, a 13, and she has to use her intelligence plus
Yeah.
proficiency, or not?
It is. She makes a class. If it's on your spell list, she must make a spell casting. Makes an ability check using her spell casting ability. So I'm guessing if she has proficiency on her ability, she gets proficiency. It's a standard ability check.
I would
Don't we
think
all get-
so.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Hmm?
I would think so. You'd get proficiency.
I would think so. If she's proficient with intelligence, then that's what she's
Yeah.
going to get. So she's at int +2 on a d20.
Yeah. So
That's a good damage roll.
So let's see if we actually get to use it. It's roll 1d20 plus 5 and try to get above 13.
She should be fine.
Yeah, she's not me.
Whammies.
Here we go.
Yeah!
All right, a 16 is going to make spell goes off.
Burn, baby!
Written in a mystical cipher spell as your class list. You can use the action in the scroll and cast the spell without having to provide any of the intelligence. Doesn't actually tell me what level it casts the spell at,
I
or
mean,
whose it uses.
I think it must be based off the caster.
Esther. Yeah.
There's no instruction on that, so let's assume it's her DC, as it were. So here we go. Zombies we're going at it. Okay. Zombie 1. What am I rolling against?
13, I believe.
So that's a success for Zombie 1. A failure for Zombie 2. A roaring success for Zombie 3. A failure for Zombie 4.
Now we get to count the zombies.
Zombie 5 is a failure. 6 is a failure. I'm going to slow down so it doesn't double my rolls.
Oh, sorry, Hal.
Yes.
It's actually based on the spell level. The DC will be 15.
I still think that we're about right still. No, Zombie 1 was going to fail on a 15.
Yeah.
I thought the spells DC didn't.
There's
Go on,
a
spell
table. There is a table that shows what the save DC and attack bonus is when using scrolls.
Yeah, where's that?
It is on page 60 of the DM basic rules.
Oh,
I have those here.
Because isn't it the okay? Because it's like the
You need it, Hal?
no, I'm
regular.
good.
Your regular spells don't do that, so that makes scrolls slightly better.
What happened there? Weird. 10, Zombie 8 fails. What the fuck? Link to share? What? Stop that. Zombie 9 fails. Doing badly. Zombie 10 fails. Zombie 11 fails. Zombie 12 fails. So 1 succeeded. What was the damage? 29?
29.
So one's alive.
There's 15
I'm dead.
damage to that one. 15, 5, 6,
I
7.
would say it would be 14 round down usually.
Yeah, you're right. So it gives him that. Everybody else gets to. What's going to suck is they're not going to do that very easily, are they? Con 5 plus the damage taken. Okay, let's see what we can do with that. And I have to make another bunch of rolls.
They do things when they die?
Eventually. Okay, so Zombie 1 is dead. Zombie 2 is dead. Zombie 3 takes half damage. Zombie 4 is dead.
Really?
5 is dead. 6 is dead. They need a critical. 7 is dead. 8 is dead. 9 dead. 10 dead. 11 dead. 12 dead. There's one zombie left. The rest have been fried to pieces.
Nice.
God damn.
Yep.
That's my woman.
The thing there is undead fortitude. For 0, they can make a con save at 5 plus the damage taken, or unless the damage is radiant or from a critical hit, or a success. On a success, it drops to 1 hit point instead of 0.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, so essentially they can might otherwise kill them. AVG's trying to run. That's not helpful.
Bad AVG.
I thought I turned that off. Postpone. You. Stop. It wants to restart my computer.
That probably should not happen.
Postpone. It probably should not happen. No, it's probably not causing us any joy at all on the recording machine. There we go. We're back to normal. 1, 2. 1, 2. We're good. What is that screeching noise?
Sorry, a window opened with a video in it on my. It's probably overfeeding from my.
Screeching.
It's
Watching-
porn.
You're watching porn, that thing.
Screech porn.
Apparently it's porn.
Well, I mean, everything's porn if you look at it right.
Or wrong.
Everything's porn with your dick in your hands.
Apparently.
So the rest of the party is just standing there stunned as there's a smoking crater with one zombie slowly limping out of it.
Well, he's not slowly limping. He's still charging, but still.
Oh,
Mudpetal, there's one broken zombie heading towards you.
Fuck him up, Mudpetal!
I fire an arrow using my short bow.
Go for it.
22.
That hits the zombie.
I guess I'm not going to get to turn undead.
My damage is 1d6.
I imagine I'm losing that javelin.
I imagine the javelin's long gone.
2 damage.
You damage him. He continues to come on.
He should still get the dexterity damage.
Oh yeah, you get your dex plus.
Why have I not got that written down then?
I don't know.
So that's my dex is +4, so 6 damage.
Still coming. Just throw. There's a shambling zombie heading towards you.
What range?
10 feet.
I will step up to meet him and hit him with my hammer.
Do it. 21 will hit.
4 points. Crap.
He crumples to the ground. That was a huge letdown. We're back round. Broderick, you notice the tent flap has opened and a stout human in a red robe steps out and shouts, "What is the meaning of this?" He kind of looks around. What are you doing?
Self-defense.
We are destroying the undead that have claimed this tower. Are they your doing?
They are mine.
Necromancer?
He has sallow skin, a shaved scalp, and a black tattoo across his forehead.
I guess they were his.
Anyone who wants to make me an intelligence arcana check?
Wizard?
Wouldn't be. See, that's general plus the bonus, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we can all make it, but
10.
10?
Yep.
Good enough. You recognize the tattoo on his forehead as a symbol for necromancy? Anyone want to make me an intelligence history check?
Sure. We'll check that.
I have a 5 in history as well.
Roll it, dear. Learn all the things.
History at 14 for me.
Okay.
17.
Okay, you guys know that from his clothing, it is garb that is usually worn in Thay, which is kind of far away from here, is far to the east, where wizards pattern their flesh with tattoos. The tattoo on his forehead represents his wizard school of magic and his specialization.
Let me guess, necromancy.
Yes, we know that already. He is a red wizard of Thay.
Oh,
And
those
not
guys.
generally nice people.
I go out on a limb and suggest you
They are generally tyrants, one might say.
Not necessarily. They're also scholars and travelers of the world.
Do they travel the world? I thought they were fairly enclosed.
They can travel the world, depends what they're up to.
Fair enough.
We
For the
came
record,
here.
attacked us?
And came when I heard you. I would have stopped them attacking.
Well,
Doesn't everybody turn up unannounced? Because if anybody comes to announce that we're coming, then they're going to get eaten by zombies.
They were told to
We've had
attack.
reports.
They were told to attack because of the orcs.
I didn't
Well-
realize anybody owned the tower.
I am investigating magics that may be here.
you're squatting. You can't be pissy with us when zombies attack us, okay? We did what we had to do.
I can always make more zombies.
Alright.
We can always make more trouble.
We heard there's orcs that would make excellent zombies.
Well, that is a possibility, and a couple of those were before you fried them.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking sweet.
That wasn't me.
Word up, Hale, good doing.
So, are you going to approach as friendly parties, or do I have to deal with you?
We're as friendly as you are, sir.
Mr. Zombieless Necromancer.
I am reasonably friendly at this point.
Then
Let's
we're going to be
parlay.
friendly towards you.
Then come on inside.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you're evil, but I try not to hold that against people.
Come on inside.
As your goblin drums beside you.
Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum.
I say at this point he can at least play a White Stripes song too, because it's not that fucking hard.
He's busy playing Seven Nation Army or something behind
Yeah.
you.
With this party, he's got to learn the Benny Hill theme.
That's right. That's right. Yakety sax on the drums.
Exactly.
Come on in. He sits down. There are numerous cushions low on the floor on a very low table. He sits down at a slightly elevated cushion at the head of the table and points to the sides for you to sit. He pours himself a drink into a small cup out of a brass container and points to other cups around the table for you to pour yourself some.
Roderick will take a seat on one of the cushions, somewhat awkwardly with wearing his scale mail, but
Me and Droop will stand by the door.
You're going to draw attention to yourself by doing that.
Well,
so what brings you to the area? I apologize if we seem to have come suddenly, but we received reports from many of the locals of the area of attacks from the undead.
No, I was just keeping them away. No one's attacked any miners. They were just scaring them off.
who said they were miners?
Well, they're clearly miners, prospectors.
Uh-huh.
They're carrying picks and prospecting equipment.
That's racial
And they're
profiling.
in the hills mining.
You sure do know a lot for someone who wasn't attacking them.
What?
Guy.
No, I'm just busy here. I'm looking into the tower and its history.
I'm just busting your balls.
Yes. Why don't you come in? In my culture, it is rude to stand in the doorway.
In my culture, we don't trust humans using magic, so we'll call it squaresies.
Then you can wait outside and I will talk to your friends.
All right.
Yeah, he's going to be great to have along with us, isn't he?
So,
My name is Harmon Cost.
Harmon Cost.
I was thinking, as you seem able, perhaps you could deal with something for me. There are orcs in the area, but I would very much like to not be in the area.
That's
How
how
much
you can scare people more with your little zombie friends.
What?
That's how you can scare the people more with your zombie friends.
Well, no, it's to stop them attacking me while I'm doing my research.
How much would you like them not to be in the area?
Well, I'm pretty certain we could come to some kind of arrangement.
Potentially, maybe you could just, not scare the normals with your zombies.
Well, you seem concerned that my friends were dealing with the prospectors. All they really did was kind of shamble out and walk towards them, and that was generally enough to scare them away. I believe the orcs would be a little more aggressive in their approach, and I suspect they are inclined to cause some trouble.
It's very unusual.
Perhaps we
to
can
have-
come to an agreement, though I must ask, you said some of them were orcs, but where did the others come from?
Oh, I picked them up on my travels. Find the dead all over the roads. There are bandits in this area, you know. Some were bandits.
And what is it that you're researching all the way out here?
There are magics in this tower, I'm certain.
What gives you...
I admit I'm not that learned, but my darling Calais here is much a scholar herself. Perhaps you can enlighten her of the interest you have in it.
It is an old tower of an ancient civilization, long gone, that used to use magic in ways different from us. I'm looking for clues and various keys that might unlock further interesting scholarly activities.
Yeah, that was a crystal clear kind of answer going on there.
So, what do you say? Will you deal with my orc problem?
What are you offering in payment?
Ah, I forget.
Nothing comes for free these days.
Well, nothing comes for free here. Back where I am, a good deed is enough.
Open Priestess Lovin' comes for free.
I can offer you perhaps a... Well, let's see. If you can deal with the orcs for me, and I have one other request, perhaps I can give you a ring of magical portent.
Magical
What about you
portent.
tell us about the rest of the job before we accept?
So I would really like you to deal with my orc problem. And once that's done, there is a trip I would like you to take down towards the woods near Cononbury. There is a banshee.
Yeah, we've met her already.
Oh, excellent.
Oh no, she's all kinds of scary.
Oh, well, I have a question for her. I understand she is some kind of sage. About this tower, I won't go near her. I'm terrified of the potential that a banshee would. Yes, they're very terrifying. All I would like to know is the name of the wizard who built this tower.
She wasn't really particularly keen on us when we were there.
Well, she lived around here at that point, I believe.
What can we use to persuade her to answer
I
your question?
don't know.
Well, that's
But if you've dealt with her before, perhaps you will be positively, well, endeared towards you a second time. Or perhaps she
very,
won't.
very much doubt that.
I suspect that we've worn out our welcome with her.
That is such a shame. I would very much like to know who built this tower.
We can try, but
Guybrush pokes his head in. How much would you like to know?
I do not have a lot of money with me. You do seem very driven by it. I could potentially offer you maybe...
A really cool skull.
Well, I could do a little necromancy for you if that's what you're interested in. If you bring me some corpses, I can raise them.
No, we fed all of our corpses to a monster, so
Such a waste of raw material.
no, we got some cool shit for it though. So
No, trust us. He's savoring them.
Well, I'd say I have found an ancient ring from within the tower that I would be willing to give you if you complete my tasks.
it doesn't have like little inscribing on the inside, and when you put it on, you turn invisible, does it?
I'm afraid not, no.
Have you identified the ring?
I believe I know what it is, yes.
Care to tell us?
I believe it is a ring of protection.
Oh, Guy, you would definitely need that.
How about we are unsure about the banshee, but I'm fairly certain we can take care of the orcs.
How many
Perhaps as at least a partial payment for completing the orcs, you can inform our own magic user the identify spell.
Teach her identify?
Yes.
We could try if she has the appropriate tools for scribing in her book.
She does.
Then it is. I would be willing to take that on. I believe I have a pearl around here somewhere I could gift her as well.
What kind of enchantments can you do on a bow?
Not really an enchanter per se. More of a dabbler in the ways of the living and the dead.
Could he raise the gut string on the bow? Yeah.
Or could you do anything with a scared mouse or a timid goblin?
I could kill them and raise them as something useful.
No, no, I don't think that's.
Quieter, perhaps?
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
Apparently we
I
lied.
would appreciate it if you didn't talk about killing my friends.
Oh, I'm not talking about killing them. Just
Necromancer,
transitioning them to the next stage of existence.
I will appreciate it if you don't talk about killing my friends.
Fine. If they die, bring them to me. I'll bring them back for you.
Shall we come to an arrangement, at least for now, that for the orcs,
Mm-hmm.
you will teach the identify spell and a pearl, and if we are able to provide you the name and information about this tower, we will look into negotiating on that ring.
That seems fair to me.
Agatha's an old friend of mine. You know, we go back. She kind of has the hots for me, so I might be able to make something work.
Oh, way back, as in.
Oh
a
my
day
goodness,
ago.
are you Guybrush Threepwood?
Yes, I am.
The
Oh
famous
my
source of-
god!
No, I'm kidding.
She's in the flesh.
No!
Always in the flesh.
That's so funny. In the buff, more likely.
Fastest trousers in the West.
Choom! That's right.
Flesh, the other kind of
Oops,
meat.
there goes my pants. Okay.
Oh, phew. Nothing hits the floor faster than Threepwood's drawers. That seems like a good deal. I will be here studying the tower.
Okay, where is the nearest location of the orc base that you know of?
They are south of us. They are maybe 5 or 10 miles towards the mountains, almost directly south of where we are, in a place called Wyvern Tor.
How many orcs are we talking?
Yeah.
I haven't really counted them. I tend to stay away. I have discouraged them coming here with my friends, but at the moment, yes, I would rather like to deal with them if possible.
Well, like less than 10 or more than 10?
There are a few orcs there. It is a full camp.
Okay. And are they orc, like, I don't know, cooks, or are they orc warriors?
They are most certainly orc raiders. I don't think there are a great many. It is really more of a small tribe just harassing the area. But I believe they might have an ogre.
Hmm.
An ogre.
Yes, large, kind of stupid, but large.
And layered, like an onion.
Yes.
That's the extent of my ogre knowledge, is that they have layers like an onion.
So we'll just go find everything that isn't Cragmore Castle one at a time, one by one. And
Well, in fairness, we don't know where Craigmore is, and the party decided to go in the direction that did not give us the location to where Craigmore was.
yeah. Well, I guess we could have asked for that instead of the location of the spell book from Agatha, but you know.
Whatever.
We could have, but
I'm
slightly worried we did a one-shot thing and are not going to be able to get this guy's answer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fuck the answers out of her. That's how that's
I
happening.
don't think you can
I'm hoping Banshees drain levels.
That's right. Every thrust, down he goes.
Where's that?
Sir, do you have any ghoul sexual protection objects then?
protect our friend here from all the STDs he's going to pick up.
Ghoul sexual protection objects.
So, like, yeah, a lambskin condom that's been reanimated.
Because apparently he's trying to court a banshee.
That's the thing.
In fairness,
It's busy hissing and snaking around in the corner.
It's kind of like Thanos trying to court death, I'm trying to court Banshee.
In fairness, if there was one person you would ask about it, it would be a necromancer from Thay, would it not?
That's very true. If such a device could be manufactured, it would take research and possibly some enchantment in order to be able to interact with the spirits.
Just turn it into a cock ring of protection.
I mean, we can make weaponry and armor that is protective
Oh, boy.
and damaging to the incorporeal undead. So I suspect, in principle, we could make a normal item that way inclined.
You want to try that while we go murder some orcs, and then when we come back, I can go talk to Agatha. Maybe give her a ride to Pound Town.
Strangely, hanging around here with my friends, I am ill-equipped with that kind of equipment for enchantment. Plus, also, well, it will take a while, and a lot of things I don't have here.
You can just give him a
He
regular
doesn't want
sausage
the
case.
magic item to be known as Harmon's magic ring.
Right. And just give him a regular sausage case and he won't know the difference.
I won't care.
Harmon's Ghost Touch Prophylactic. Harmon's Rubber of Ghost Shagging. I mean, come on, it's I cannot believe you came up with a magical item for fucking ghosts.
Banshee Man!
Some magic items you just don't attach a name to.
That's right, like this one.
Anonymouses.
Threepwood's Reamer. I mean, what the I mean, it's just sick, I'm sorry. Just badness on all levels.
At least we're not playing inspectors.
You'd probably need gloves as well, otherwise you're going to fall through, won't you?
I'll figure something out.
Nice troop.
He just has to like steady himself against the wall or something. Or
That's right. And hope she doesn't touch him.
Look,
yes.
if I could have sex in the back of a Mini Cooper, I'm pretty sure I can bang a Banshee.
You also probably need a ball gag of Ghost Touch.
I'll just have Droop drown her out with his drum.
He's boom, boom. He's beating the speed.
Exactly.
I'm gonna have to see if I can move Droop. He's in the wrong gallery.
What? Oh, I put him in.
I'm about to do that.
What are we doing?
Give me a minute.
Oh, Droop.
Sorry. Droop was put into personal art projects. He should be in RPG MP3 because he's now a character.
Yes, you're right. He's in the game.
But isn't he a spoiler?
My goodness, he is a bit of a spoiler, but not for long. We're almost there.
Yeah.
There he is, Droop. I can't believe he drew that just now. That's so sad. I'm so terribly jealous. That's the problem. I just flat out can't draw. Even my stickmen look funky.
So shall we sally forth and slay us some orcs?
I'm
Yes.
almost wondering. Thing did mention he was sinus infected and wanted to have short
Yeah.
rest tonight.
This is 2.5 hours we've been on, and we are getting a bit of dropout on the recording machine for some crappy ass reason.
Probably wise.
And you need to go to sleep, Mr. Thing. It's nice and early for you. Go tuck up. Just like a certain new iPhone, it's got like a camera.
Yeah.
So impressed.
And they made a watch.
So impressed that they have technology that was in a Droid in 2012. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and apparently Square watches are going to be back in because
that's the shape they could make it.
I'll tell you the time as soon as it reboots.
somebody posted something. It was like, what time is it? And it was like, oh, hang on. Oh, fuck. God damn it.
Actually,
Little swirly
I was
symbol.
That's right, a little swirly symbol.
I was so tempted to invest in the iWatch thing that was popping up.
That was today. It was announced.
Yeah. Samsung's actually looks a little better.
The gear, it's in the second generation, so they've had time to kind of iron stuff out of it.
Yeah.
I was talking to the guy in AT&T, and he was saying that they're not allowed to have their personal phones on the floor, but he can wear his gear and send and receive text messages by speaking to his wrist.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool. So while everybody else, his phone's in the back room, he still uses it through the watch. And
Yeah, 'cause it'll do like Bluetooth at 30 foot.
Yeah, well, the other thing is the new one, once you've synced it with the phone, no longer needs the phone because it has its own built-in SIM card.
Whoa.
I know, right?
That's
It's like
extravagant.
Yeah, has its own SIM card, so you can actually do lots of phone things from your watch.
So now, is that just is that part of a phone that you have to get, or is it an accessory?
It's an accessory for the phone.
It's kind of like a shortcut to your phone.
Is it what
Pretty much.
phones is it for?
It's for various galaxies and droid type things. There's a variety of droids that it'll work with. It's called the Gear, the
So
Galaxy Gear.
if I get like a S5, I can.
Oh yeah, that'll work.
Oh yeah.
It might work with your existing phone. You've got a droid, right?
Yeah, I have an older Galaxy Nexus. I'm looking to upgrade soon though.
Yeah. Although the gear does only have like a 2-megapixel camera on it. If you want to take pictures with your wrist. Yeah.
So terrible.
I'm pretty sure I remember like having a phone that had less than 1 megapixel camera.
I was gonna say they were very excited about the iPhone's 8-megapixel camera. To which thing was like, my front-facing camera has 8 megapixels.
Yeah, my front's 8, my back's 13, I think.
It's not the megapixels that count. It's got image stabilization and everything, you know.
Oh.
I was massively disappointed with the iPhone release. I thought it was really crap.
I hate mine because it is so fucking quiet.
What?
My phone is incredibly quiet.
Have you tried turning the volume up?
Yes. Yes, I have. That was the first thing I tried.
Did you take the little plastic off over the speaker?
Yeah. No, it has a bunch of issues. Like, sometimes it won't charge unless I reboot it.
You have an iPhone for it.
No, I've never had an iPhone. I would not buy that ever.
Are we done then? Are we saying goodbye?
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, hang on. Do you want experience?
Yes.
Oh, that would be good.
Experience.
All the experience.
You want
Wait,
all
let me
the
get the
experience?
character sheet open.
Okay, let me just check what you got for that dude, if anything.
The horde of zombies that I totally slaughtered.
Yeah, you got a lot for the horde of zombies. He's not very happy about that. He has to make more
What
now.
about negotiating with Agatha?
You got the experience for that.
Now, would he have come out had they gotten to attack us?
Hello?
I'm here.
Hmm.
Hello.
Hello?
This thing frozen.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Thing has frozen, I think.
Oh, he's back.
Oh, I think we need to get off this call. Okay, you get 200 XP for Agatha's chat.
Ooh, nice.
It says I get to divide 800 for defeating Harmon and his zombies, so we're just going to give you that because you kind of chatted to him and you kind of killed all his zombies, so I'm going to give you 800 for it. You also get extra XP when you deliver the information back to town about him, but I'm not going to give you that yet until you do it.
All right.
So that's
so that's
10,000 points.
No, it's 1,000.
1,000. I did math.
Each?
Yes.
So that's 1,000. That's 200 each. Is
Yeah.
that right? Yes, 200 apiece.
Wait, Droop gets experience?
No.
Sadly, no. Yet.
Yet. Wait till he becomes a bard and starts sucking your XP away.
Oh,
Ooh,
fourth
I'll
level
let
is so
that
far
happen.
away.
And we're just waiting for the forums to go crazy, wanting Droop the bard.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Nick's gonna, when this one goes live, Nick's gonna be posting up a poll. It's gonna be like, should Droop be a party member? And they're all gonna say yes. Is what's gonna happen.
Well, people love your goblin
I
and
know.
kobold voices. So.
And
And think, if he's a bard, well, it's gonna happen regardless. We're gonna make Hal sing songs.
it's not wise.
Sing a song!
He
That's
just
right.
needs to get a drum and do this.
Yeah. There you go. That's all he's gonna do.
Oh god, he could be a Morris
gonna be-
dancer.
Yeah, he can inspire you to sneak better with his drum.
Oh, come on, Morris dancer bard.
That's right. That's right. He's clicking his sticks together and wiggling his little bells.
God.